Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 15 of the Band of Bravos. I am your host and GM for this adventure. I am Jason Bulmahn. I'm the director of game design at Paizo, and with me today I have four fantastic players ready to fight, battle, and die for your amusement. But before we get started, I'm going to toss it around the horn. What?
Are we going to actually die for their amusement?
Well, we'll see. I don't know. It's either you or your characters. One or the Jason, other. I get it mixed up.
What game are we playing?
The most dangerous game. All right. We're playing Pathfinder. All right. But before we get started here, I'm going to toss it around the horn and let everybody introduce themselves. We will start with James.
Hello, this is James Jacobs. I'm the Pathfinder creative director. I'm going to be playing Shensen the Bard. And my plan is to not die, either in character or out of character.
Hey, y'all, I'm Maryssa Marie. I am Paizo's web content manager. I play Ilana Thistlefoot, your halfling druid, and I have many concerns.
It's fine. It's fine. You got nothing to worry about.
It's going to be fine. Hi, I'm Jason Keeley, a Starfinder developer. I'm playing Roark Thunderbird, the Tengu swashbuckler, and I don't have any hero points, chat. I don't ask much of you, but I love you. Help me.
Guys, get him some hero points.
Do not help.
And I am Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer here at Paizo, and I have been playing the illustrious wizard named Lorne Barnes. And I am super excited to have you all back. Just like as Keeley has said, we have a system here in Band of Bravos during our live streams to where you chat can always help out. And just as one of our awesome viewers here on Twitch has this done, you'll see that the little coins above Jason Keeley's Roark Thunderbird character, those points that are flickering there are called hero points. They allow us to basically reroll some very bad rolls. Say, for example, I fell an attack roll and I got a natural 1. Maybe I don't want to roll natural 1s. Maybe I want to roll it and get like a -5. Just make it better. And so that allows us to try to help out our oopsies, and you are able to help contribute those points by using the channel point system on Twitch. Basically, it's down below the chat. I think if you're at least on the desktop version, it's right below where you would type in your message. The little icon there, you click it, and as you watch Paizo streams, you're able to accumulate those points over time and then spend them to help us out. But if you don't want Keeley to survive, or any else of us, you can look at Jason Bulmahn. Then he has some himself. Those we like to refer to as villain points. Those, he could use them for anything. He could just summon rocks and we all turn into turnips and then we get squashed by them. He can do whatever he wants with those, just to mess with us. But he primarily has been using those to re-roll enemy rolls. So if you want to help destroy us all, just like someone in chat just did, now he is full, and that means once we're full, we don't give any more. We don't bank any, we don't do anything else like that. Once they're full, which is a maximum of 3, we don't do anything else. Now they're full up. So with that, Mr. Bulmahn, thank you so much for coming back. The Game Master again, what do you have for us?
Well, first of all, let me thank the two folks in chat who gave me villain points and filled me up beyond capacity. I'm to bursting with villainy. So we should probably get to it here today. When we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, the Band of Bravos, traveling troupe of troubadours, has made their way deep beneath the surface of Galarian to the community of Kobold Town. There, at the behest of the good Goblin King, they are venturing there to speak with the emissary from a nearby tribe of orcs. These orcs have taken over a surface mine that the Goblin King so desperately needs to support his kingdom. With conflict out of the question, you've instead traveled to Kobold Town to visit with the orc emissary, to speak with this emissary and get perhaps some negotiation, some partnership. Who knows what opportunities await you? But you've been left waiting because the emissary has returned to the orc enclave and is not yet back to town. In the meanwhile, you've been undertaking a variety of odd jobs around town. You've been doing some performing. You've been doing some shopping, some retraining. But most importantly, you've been helping a poor, unfortunate drow who escaped from a vicious cult of drow and who has needed your help in rescuing her brother. This cult is not allowed to operate in Kobold Town. In fact, they are forbidden. And you have been tracking them down. After doing a bit of investigation, you found their hideout located inside Kobold Town. Located in an abandoned bakery, you fought past some nightmarish flesh warps, making your way down into the basement where there was some larger dungeon complex where this cult had set up shop and had been taking prisoners that they had been stealing from town and apparently feeding them to some voracious slime. These drow apparently worship some foul power that has something to do with slime and goo and oozes. You brought the fight to them, but it was too much. You could not finish the dungeon, went back to your residence, got some rest, came back prepared, only to find that the drow had reinforced with what they had, which apparently wasn't much. But you fought your way through that, making your way deeper into the dungeon. After dealing with a rather nasty invisible cube of slime, you finally made your way to the end and the mysterious missing brother. However, upon discovering him, should I go to the right page here? Here we are. Upon discovering him, it quickly became apparent that he had been brainwashed or converted by this cult and is apparently working with them. As you made your way around the corner, you saw this pale drow, very, very pale, much more pale than the other drow. In fact, his eyes, the irises of his eyes are almost entirely white. His skin is so pale that you can almost see the flesh and organs underneath. His ears are pointed, but not quite so much as the other drow. And as he smiled at you, you could see tiny little fangs in his mouth. And he looked at you and welcomed you to his abode. And as he did so, the two pools in the room began to burble and boil as if something was emerging from them. And I think that's where we left off.
I believe so.
That sounds like where we left
That sounds
off.
about right.
Yeah, that's what my nightmares remember. Yeah.
Oh, good.
This is concerning.
So, boiling up out of these pools are at first the liquid. You're like, oh, is that water? And you're like, no, it's too. As it begins to move, it has too much viscosity to it. But all of a sudden, the first thing that happens is nearby out of the pool, like a glob of the pool just kind of pops out on its own, and it's like this big. It's just this little like blob of pool water. But as you see it and as the light hits it, you can see that inside there's some sort of nucleus of goo that's a different color. But you don't have time to think about that, because almost immediately thereafter there's another bloop, 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 as bursting up out of the pool is an entire swarm of these little goos. And I don't understand that token, but it is what we're working with.
It's pretty gnarly, though.
I can provide insight if you would like.
I'm not sure how we ended up with that token. Do you know, James?
Well, yeah, that's a spoiler that this is an amoeba swarm.
What?
Yeah, but when we ordered art for Bestiary 2, one of the things we ordered was a swarm of amoebas crawling around a bunch of bones, and for whatever reason, the artist decided to make that a skull with a candle on it. And there we go.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I can see the little oozes on top of the skull.
Doing swarms is something that has always been really difficult to get illustrations for, because it's hard to do that many things, and people always want to put them in context with other things, and then it looks like you're illustrating the person. Ugh. Anyway.
Well, anyway,
the help with people only
Crystal.
listening to audio is imagine a skull with a melted candle on top of it, and think of like little tiny slug beans that are just oozing all over it, just like it's like a swarm of tiny little oozes, and it's disgusting.
That's what the token looks like.
Yeah,
and
that's
it doesn't make any sense.
That's what we're referring to. Just to give context.
However, more importantly, though, we're going to need some initiative.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
This isn't a diplomacy swarm.
Is it a diplomacy?
Why isn't it
swarm?
a social encounter?
I mean,
why isn't it? That's a good question. Oh,
why
that's
not?
right.
I have wild empathy. They're wild things.
Well,
Are
Lauren
they?
got a 21 on initiative.
I
I
got
hope-
an 18.
I hope you have area effect spells, Lauren.
I got 1.
Yikes!
It does a ginormous explosion, but I have spells.
I don't want to know what a swarm of fungal infestation would do to all of that.
I mean,
I'm gonna wager the answer is pretty gooey, one way or the other.
I mean, you would have to think if it's possible to grab a bone and only reanimate the bone, throw the bone somewhere in the middle, and then do final sacrifice on the bone. Because it's still a skeleton minion, it's just not formulated. If you want to be that weird and technical and game breaking about it.
I mean, that's an interesting concept. All right. Let me see. That didn't take for some reason. I can fix it though. All right, there we are.
Don't worry, I believe in you.
Okay. Roll20 is being slow today. All right. So, on the upside, Lauren, you have managed to seize the initiative.
I think I've heard that before in another thing. All right. Excellent. So we just started. Haven't had a lot of thought to go for it. I highly suspect these swarms are going to roll over us and do a lot of bad things. So me going forward seems like it's going to be a really, really bad decision. And knowing I can nuke the world because we refreshed all our spell slot stuff, I think would be super neato to do. So I'd have to ask my party, would we like to execute that plan again, or would you like me to just start lightning arcing them?
Such a plan takes 2 rounds to effect.
Yeah, definitely. That's the risk
So,
of it.
In a round, these things will be on top of us. I'll just
Yeah.
tell you that much. No matter what you do now, these things are going to
So-
be on top of us. So I don't know if it's actually going to work without catching us all in the fire.
I mean, I could summon him very far away. It's just now to the question, will that ghoul survive long enough, or will it distract, or at least give us time for at least one of those things to get distracted to only go after the minion and give us time to maneuver around.
I mean, go for it. I'd say always go for it. No, honestly.
Okay. I'll try it, and if it doesn't work, I got electric arc.
It's a pickle.
It is a pickle. It is an interesting pickle that player killer Jason Bulmahn has presented us with. So that's what I'm
I
going to do.
have not killed a single one of you yet.
Yet is the key
You're
word here.
welcome.
So I'm gonna initiate basically by using animate dead. If you can go and grab me a ghoul token, I will not be casting Grisfeld out on this one. I can at least do it to 30-ish feet.
So you want to toss it right next to the coffin?
I think that's a bad idea in some way, but that's kind of only the farthest way I can really do it. There's no like in between of this walkway you have, so I imagine he can stand over there just fine.
Yeah, he can.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna put him over there because as far as I can throw him, you know, like a weird pocket creature, and I'm just gonna go, I choose you, and then he lands over there, and that's my entire turn because that takes 3 actions out of me.
Yeah.
But then he gets 2.
He gets
Yeah.
to act as well,
Yeah.
though.
So
So
I don't know.
the-
Yeah, go ahead.
the ghoul appears and immediately attacks the thing that's nearest to it. So it's going to swing at a swarm. I mean, it can't paralyze it or anything like that, but
You can try something.
let's see here. Oh, that's really weird. Why did that happen? Okay, that's odd.
Yeah, I think you rolled the
Yeah,
damn
that's
thing.
a weird thing suddenly rolled. All right. So it is going to swing with its. It's going to attempt to bite the ooze. And I think a 17 is going to hit. Let me double check.
Yeah. And as you're doing that stuff, one thing for new people in this game that swarms in second edition do differently to where we're not completely ruined. Like, you could still just hit it to death still. It's just has some resistances and stuff usually.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it doesn't take any damage from that bite.
Is it a piercing resistance, or is it resistant to that, bludgeoning, etc.?
It's resistant to that form of damage.
Yeah.
So he's going to then claw at it with his second attack. Maybe this will do a little better.
That's a natural 20.
I'm immune to crits.
No!
He's gonna slash out at it, and it doesn't. He's entirely ineffective. Both his piercing bite and his slashing claws do nothing.
Yeah. So my recommendation to the group is that we can all skedaddle back the hallway and have them filter through, because they're obviously going to try to blorb in here until we can kind of start kiting them back.
I'm sure that'll work out great. All right, Shensen.
It won't.
It is your turn.
All right, so I'm not going in there where something's about to blow up, but what I will do is I will do the standard bard music lingering composition combo.
All right.
Here comes the performance check. So that is a 31. That's a crit.
31 is
20.
Definitely a crit.
That gives me 4 rounds. Gives all of us 4 rounds of bard music, and
nice.
Then, so are we backing down the hall? Did you say?
Let's see if everyone else in the group wants to. I can't move, so I'm going to get slammed first, but I'm okay with taking a few hits.
Well, I'm looking at where I'm at. I can see that pale, creepy-looking guy down there.
Yes.
I'm going to throw a daze spell in his direction.
All right.
So he needs to make a DC 19 will save.
All right. Let me go ahead and make that will save, or attempt it.
Oh, that's a critical failure.
Well, I think I'll be burning a villain point on that.
No.
There we go.
That's not so bad.
That's a little better. All right. So I believe that's a basic save. Yeah, so I'll take half.
Yep.
Yeah, you throw the spell at him, and he shakes and shudders. You see him holding his head briefly, but that did not appear to affect him too terribly. All right, that was the end of Shensen's turn. Ilana.
Oh, right. I checked it. I'm going to double check it. Yes, he is within range. I'm going to peek around the corner and cast a flaming sphere right in the middle of that swarm of yuck.
So,
or can I not see around the corner?
You
and the people?
can't see him. That rock is blocking your line of sight.
Oh no. Okay.
I will allow you to throw one kind of like right here would be fine.
Blindly,
the way the terrain
yes.
is set up, you can see that spot just barely.
Okay. Then I'm going to peek around the corner and shoot a flaming sphere directly at that terrifying swarm.
Sure. That I'll be benevolent and give you that spot.
Speaking of benevolence, you got another villain point.
I know. Just
Jason can giveth and taketh away.
It's so nice to be villainously loved. All right, so I need to make a reflex save. Let me look. Ooh, I'm great at these. I'm really good. 12. I'm going to take that because it's not a critical failure. So
I mean, you could re-roll that, man. Possibly get a
so
the curse. The curse.
I'll take 10.
Plus 1 from Bard.
I'll gladly take that. The flaming sphere appears, and as it hits a number of these small, like amoebas, they like sizzle and pop. Like releasing their steaming liquid into the room, and like there's all this smoke. It's disgusting and gross, but they do some of them manage to scurry away as best they can. It's still alive, but that looks like it hurt it badly. Ilana, you do still have 1 action remaining.
Right. I am going to hold then because there's not much else I can do back here besides prepare to heal people who are in the line of fire.
All right, so that'll be the end of your turn. Roark, it is up to you.
Does a swarm count? Can I target it individually? Like, If
Yeah.
I have a spell that targets 2 creatures, can I target a swarm as one of them?
Yes.
Okay, so where I'm standing, I'm going to use my electric arc on this. I guess the swarm and the. I'll choose the drow too.
All right.
Well, yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming you're hitting the swarm right next to the drow.
Yeah. I'll just sort of shoot these two
All right.
guys. Let's spread out the damage as much as possible.
So let's start with the swarm. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
How even? All right. Well, it'll take half somehow magically.
It's very nimble today.
Yeah. No.
It
apparently
got
so.
extra squirrels into the slime pit.
Oh, I just realized the other one took extra damage from fire.
ooh.
Extra popping and sizzling. All right, and then the
It's like bubble wrap. Just
yeah, no, it is kind of just like popping a whole bunch of bubble wrap. All right, and let me roll for the.
Oh, man.
He's gonna make it as well.
Oh, that's not a natural 20 at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
just so you are aware, Roark, that they'll be moving and
Yes.
stuff, but you're in the 20-foot range of.
Oh, I have one more
if-
action left.
Yeah,
And I'm
so
going to
you
get
might-
behind all y'all. If that's
Yeah, you can
Please
move.
get behind me.
I
Please
think you
back
can
up.
move up one, I think, into that space, I believe, and you'll be out of range, I think, if you want to still be our front line. Because if I go
I
down,
guess
I
I
can't
could
do
do
my
that.
spell. So you'll be out of that.
Can I get here there,
Sure.
Jason? Just sort
Yeah.
of squeeze a little bit in
Yeah.
there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be
No,
so
that's
we
fine.
occupy
Press
all
against
that
the
space.
wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the terrain is irregular to make it interesting, not to make it hard to use. All right.
Sure. So I'll back up and not. I don't have enough actions to raise my buckler, but I'm sort of like, all right, Lauren. I guess
I
do
hope
your
this
stuff.
works too, man.
Crouching behind the wall a little bit.
All right.
I just hope they don't do enough damage to destroy that thing and ruin our entire plan.
All right. So the drow goes, and the first thing he is going to do is cast. Oh, let me double check.
He just got to cast at you, right, Roark? I mean, but have you caught a spell in your feathers before?
No, I mean I think I've been damaged with spells before.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, you should practice catching the spells so you can throw them back.
Now I'm gonna look at. That's probably like an 18th level swashbuckler thing to parry a spell or something.
Would that would be a cool thing if it was like a monk
It
thing
would
or
be cool.
something. Like there's a feat where you can like capture spells with your chi or something and then like throw it back.
That might
require
exist.
leveling up.
That should be I'm gonna write
Uh-oh.
that. We should write that down. And I'll just
We should pay attention to that. That's a thing. All right. So let's see here. It's gonna move back
Thank
here.
you guys.
yeah, that would be pretty neat.
I think. Move to here.
No, he's planning to kill a baby. Roark, grab Roark. He's gonna kill my undead baby. We can't let it do it.
Aiden, at 14th level, I can opportune riposte spells if they have attack
Like-
rolls.
Like from any
Yeah.
distance.
Well, 30 feet-ish.
Oh yeah, you probably like dash up and hit him, but does it like complete the movement as you go?
No, it's literally a ranged attack. Sorry,
Oh.
this is yeah.
So
Do you, like, throw
it's
your
called
rapier at
impossible.
him?
No, I just reflect it back. It's called impossible riposte.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, that's a little go out and get your
yeah,
advanced
that's
side.
the swashbuckler had something similar to that in first edition. So he moves up to that spot there and unleashes he twists his hands around and holds them forward, and coming out of it is these tendrils of darkness that go zooming across the chamber. It hits the oozes. He doesn't really seem to care, but it does hit both. Let me double check. Yeah, that's going to hit both Lorne and Roark. It's going to cross through both of your squares. And
this way.
yeah, it's going to do some damage.
Have to make a fortitude save. Good luck, Roark. Good luck. Hakapa. No. Panic
That is
reroll.
That is a
Panic reroll.
failure.
24.
Well, that'll make it.
Oh, let's try
Thank you,
my
panic
fort.
reroll.
I'll stick on the 22.
Hey.
So both of you just take 2 points of damage. Let me go ahead and roll for the. Let's see. Make sure that I can actually even take this damage. I can. All right. So let me go ahead and roll for it. Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Rushed it. Yeah, and we'll just take 2. All right. All right. So that was his turn. He moved straight over, and after casting his spell, he turns to look down at the coffin. Next up, it's slime time. All right.
Oh,
No.
why would you say that?
No. That's illegal.
Oh, no.
That's
Hello.
legal.
What's going on? No.
So, to make life simple, let's see. They have a speed of 5. 1, 2. Okay. So, make sure I do this correct because their speed is actually very slow. They can swim 1, 2, 3. All right. So, okay. I have figured out how this works. All right. So the one that moved back into the middle of all of you had to spend all of its actions to get there. So that is all it can do. However, and yeah, they can swim through it because each individual creature can swim through the pond, at least for a short distance before they have to emerge out in the land. And the other one, though, had to kind of slime around, and it will get to take 1 attack, but this is only... let's
Against
see.
me.
Yeah. So the only thing it can do is attempt to slither over Roark. I am going to need you to make me a. Let's see. You need to make a basic reflex save.
Haha, you've fallen directly into my trap. How about a critical success against that DC 14?
Well, I suppose that'll do.
I'm just
All right.
doing a little dance. Take this and squishing them. Yeah.
Well, the slimes have moved up all over you, but they are currently just broiling about your feet. And as you're standing there, they're beginning to like slime up your legs.
Oh, no, thank you.
Imagine like leeches, man, just like coming out, just gnawing and burning your feathers.
Lauren,
my feathers.
it is your turn.
Yes, and falling into your trap, Jason, I assume that coffin's going to have something very terrible in it once I explode it. But I like exploding things. More do I care about plot and releasing more horrible monsters coming out of coffins, which are possibly vampires here to eat me. So,
What?
so, all right, everyone, let's get ready. Shakalaka! And I do final sacrifice.
Oh boy, that ghoul looks back at you and he's like, with an expression on his face that's like, "Why?"
All right, so everything
Don't-
go
Peyton,
ahead.
don't forget to say the word that starts the final sacrifice, which is of course Rousdower.
Yeah, Rousdower gives you a +1 bonus. Or is it a
All right.
+1 Rousdower bonus in this case?
Okay, so this is going to do 28 damage, but the drow, the one slime that's right by Roark, you decide to squirm the other one so far away so they wouldn't die immediately. And anything else within 20 feet needs to make a 19 reflex save for me. And,
the ghoul just detonates. It just explodes.
Yeah, it just explodes. It's now gone. So
Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and pull him off the map entirely. For the amoeba swarm that is in the area of effect, let me go ahead and roll a save. A 10 is insufficient, and due to the fact that it is fire, that swarm just boils away. It's just gone.
Yeah, just
When the fire blast clears,
Well done.
there are a few like amoeba left clinging to Roark, but they fall off and die.
Yeah, they're like hardened and charcoaly burn away. Just
Yeah, they look like those neural parasites from that old episode of Star Trek. So
like fried eggs.
Yeah, the ones that look like flying pancakes. Yeah, those ones. So let's go ahead and check for the wizard. The blast, he is at ground zero for this. Yeah.
That's a 23. He did okay. Still take the half and all whatever, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, that really did a number on him. The blast washes over him, and he is horribly burned and charred. That is also going to hit the coffin, and that blasts the coffin apart here. And go ahead and I'll just remove the lid there. So yeah, it blows the coffin to pieces, and there is some slime covered corpse inside. It looks like this corpse was being soaked in slime. And as the coffin blasts apart, the slime just kind of spills out, and it's kind of this green acidic slime that washes all over the floor of the cavern there. And in fact, it looks like that's what the drow was going over to open. So you kind of did his job for him.
Does the corpse take damage?
I'm actually checking that because the first thing that happens is the coffin has to eat all of it.
What?
Well, the coffin has to take the damage before the damage can get inside to whatever's in there, right?
I don't know. C4 does damage to boxes and interior.
Yeah, but it has to get through the box first.
Yeah, but
also that wasn't C4. That was Final Sacrifice.
Which is the same thing. It's just an undead instead of the chemical clay thing.
That was G4. That was a ghoul that exploded. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let me turn Jim roll on here, and let me go ahead and roll a save or a die. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right.
So to help, So as you're figuring life, to help paint the picture for people is that my wizard basically summon a ghoul. When the final sacrifice, you pick a minion. So I roll 6d6 to do a large fire-based damage. It can also be like frost damage or something if it's different how you want to do it. And basically, you just blew up a whole bunch of stuff. And for people on audio, there was a coffin that right by where that ghoul exploded, and something's in it, and we don't know yet. And in my last action, by the way, since that requires this too, I'm just going to cash. I'm going to cast shield.
All right. Very good.
I'm sorry that one explosion took 5 million years to go through a turn.
Well, there's a few things we got to figure out. It's fine.
But I did a lot with the explosion because that's the only way I solve problems. Wait until I get fireball, everyone. No one's going to survive. Oh, I mean, in the roll 20, it says dead right by it, so it's
so it's dead, right?
Yeah, so it's dead, right?
It's...
Like in the chat it says ooze dead, so it's like it's dead, right?
Hey, listen, stop reading that. That's not for you.
What?
It's speaking of which, it actually goes right now.
Is that a typo? Is it supposed to be ooze dad?
No, it is not ooze dad. All right.
Is it daddy ooze?
This fall on Fox.
As the coffin blasts apart, there is this corpse inside, and the moment the coffin is destroyed, it stands up. And it rises up out of this coffin, covered in slime and ooze. It is going to take its turn. The first action is to stand up. Second action is going to be to move.
Can it not?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, if I got woken up by a giant explosion, I wouldn't want to move either.
And let's see, that's 2. So the only thing you can do is swing. So as it rises up out of this coffin, you can tell that it is carrying with it some long, wretched-looking axe. And it's going to swing it at you, Roark. Oh, that was a terrible roll. What
that's like
that?
That's a
What's that?
13 and stuff.
What's that?
Sure is a
That's
miss.
a terrible roll.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
terrible.
Yeah, let's
that's
move
so
on.
terrible. I'm going to spend a villain point.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
Armor class 21.
I didn't get the chance to raise my buckler.
Hey, it's okay. Like, multiple things died.
So he slams into you with this axe, hitting you for 13 points of damage. The axe cleaves into your shoulder. And as he hits you, you are spattered with his rotting flesh and slime.
No bueno.
Can you make me a fortitude save, please?
All right. A
Do
21.
we need hazmat gear for this cave?
Yeah, apparently. I'm standing on that. 21 standing.
So you'll only take half, which is going to be actually rounded down to nothing. So you're fine on that front because I rolled very poorly, and you're not sickened. All right. That is the end of its turn. That was all 3 of its actions. Lorne, technically, you still had an action. I realized I moved.
No.
on.
I said my last action that I cast shield, so I'm.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
I
right.
finished.
All right, I missed you. All right, Shensen.
So has this ooze dad said anything yet, or is he just kind of quietly crawled over toward us?
The dead ooze slime thing.
No,
Yeah,
it's
this
dad
guy.
ooze.
This
It's
guy
not
right
dead.
here. Did he
I'll
say
think you-
anything, or did he just like quietly like? Go,
No, it's not like he walked up to you and was like, "I'm very disappointed."
or he could say something. Now I'm going to get you.
optimal.
All right, so I'm going to cast a spell on that ooze guy, and it's going to be Blistering Invective, and hopefully remind him how the sun itself is disappointed in him.
What is as life gets figured out? What does blistering invective do?
I point out to this undead creature that he's turned his back on the sun, and the sun is disappointed in him, and now you will burn from the outside in. He needs to make a DC 19 will save.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let me take a look at this here for just half a second.
Says you do it. Does Daddy Ooze make like dad jokes to attack?
I'm saying this in Undercommon, and if he doesn't understand Undercommon, he gets a +4 bonus on a save.
That's interesting. No, he does not speak Undercommon.
Nope.
All right. So let me go ahead and make the will save.
Yay! That's sub 19.
He's immune to the frightened, so that doesn't bother him. But he will take the damage.
Yeah, Ooze
So it's
dad rolled a
2d6.
14 on his saving throw.
It's 2d6 persistent fire.
Okay, so he'll start taking that on his next turn.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
As
That's
my-
what.
as my third action, Undercommon has a word for the sun. It's what is that up there? It's all in one word. My third action is going to be stabbing the slimy little creepy crawlies, whatever. Excuse me, slashing them with my scimitar. So let me try clicking that so that it will actually listen. So that's a 16 for 4 slashing.
16 for 4 slashing will hit. And 4 slashing has no effect whatsoever.
Noted. We got to stomp on them.
Yeah.
Get out your fly swatters.
Yeah, the ooze dad is like, what do you call an alligator in a vest?
What, Ooze dad?
An
I don't know.
investigator.
I will kill you, Ooze dad.
Ilana, it's your turn.
You might as well rename the monster at this point so it shows up accurately in roll 20.
Okay. So I'm around this corner, and the giant swarm came flying at us. So all I heard was the explosion. I'm not aware of the ooze dad yet. So focusing on the swarm directly in front of me, I'm going to back up, and shoot some produce flame at it.
Okay, sure.
Very good roll. What you get?
21 to hit.
There you go.
A 21 to hit is a critical hit.
Nice. But it's immune to crits, isn't it?
But I'm immune to crits.
Yeah.
But it is fire, so that's
Rude.
good.
It's fire and it's freaking me out and it's gross and it's surrounding me and I panicked.
+1 bard.
So it's going to take a little extra from that. Very good.
Yeah, with the bard bonuses. Thank you, James.
I need like a flashing light. It's too much work to turn on my giant, overwhelming bard bonus glow, and even when I do, it's so overwhelming it just covers everything.
All right, oh god, it's the bard bonus irradiates throughout the halls.
All right. So the fire slams into the amoebas, burning them pretty badly, but they are still up. As Roark, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna tumble through Ooze Dad here.
How do you make holy water?
You poke it with a sword. Ha ha!
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah. That's a 27, so he is now flat-footed to me. And I have a panache, which I'm going to spend on the competent finisher.
Very good.
Sword attack. +1 to hit. +1 damage. Ugh. 21.
21.
He's flat-footed.
He's flat-footed. I've got too many stat blocks open here. All right, that is a hit.
All right. It'll
Excellent.
take 10 points of damage, 7 of which is precision.
All right. Okay, so let's see. Yes, very good. Okay. That you slice into it. It's like slimy ooze flesh just kind of peels away as your blade carves into it, but it is still standing.
Sure. And then I'll raise up the old buckler.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. All right, let's see. Next up, we have our wizard. Sorry, not our wizard. Our drow friend, who sees you, Roark. He looks very badly hurt. He's like holding in his sides, and he is going to unleash a trio of black darts that go zooming through the air and slam into you. All of them hit. As he casts Magic Missile, take 10 points of damage.
I would like to imagine like
Okay.
multiple levels of magic missiles. Like you just hear, whoop, and it's like a kind of like a Gatling gun kind of deal.
I'll be like, Lorne, wizard duel,
Wizard duel,
Take him out.
Wizard duel, and I get ready.
What's going on over there?
But first, I have to do one attack thing before I do wizard duels. It's going to be great, I promise.
Well, good luck.
All right. At that note, the amoebas go. And they are currently located directly on Shensen and Lorne. So they are just going to try and eat the two of you.
No.
They literally just spend their entire round slithering up you, trying to like burn you and climb into your mouth and your ears. So this is going to be a series of reflex saving throws. Both of you will make one, then we'll resolve it. Then both of you make one, then we'll resolve it. Then both of you make one, then we'll resolve it. Because I'm doing it 3 times.
Cool. Okay.
So why don't the two of you make reflex saves here first?
I'm gonna re-roll mine.
I'm pretty happy with 29.
Yeah, you take nothing, James.
I got a 23.
All right, you will take half.
No.
Peyton. So you're going to take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
Let's do the slime warp again.
26 is pretty okay.
I also got a 26.
I don't
Oh.
even have to roll damage. Both of you avoided that entirely. Let's try it
Excellent.
one last time.
Oh no.
Let's do the
I, on the other hand, am going to use a hero point on that 13.
I
That's
got
probably
a
a good call.
25. And so does
25.
yours.
I don't want to be
And-
left behind.
And
It's
you
just a jump to the
avoid
left.
the damage once again. The two
Nice.
of you kind of dance aside from this damage.
Actually,
Um,
I had shield. Could I just absorb with my 5 hardness of that damage I took? out of the
yeah,
5.
if you want to pop the shield and not be able to use
That
it
is
for
a
the rest
good
of the
point. I
fight.
didn't know if I could do it. Now I'll take it. It's fine.
All right. Okay, so that was the end of the amoeba swarm. It literally just boils and bursts and tries to eat you, but it doesn't otherwise move. Lorne,
Excellent.
the ooze dad looks at you and says, "Why is the cemetery so popular?"
Because
Why,
people are
who's
dying to
dead?
get in there.
Damn you!
Instant psychic damage.
I feel like that should be allowed for upstage attack.
I'll allow it.
Yay! So is that what is dad joke? What skill is that?
That would be perform. Or yeah.
Oh, well, I rolled awful on it.
Oh well, you failed. All right, so
That's that is just going to be able to hit me even if I move adjacent or something to it. So I'm good where I'm at because I'm still adjacent to Slime Dad. So I look at him, I bring my hands out and clasp onto his shoulders and I go, "Hey, who's Dad?
yeah.
Why do thieves wear leather?" "Because it's made of hide!" And I shocking grasp.
Shoot.
Remember that time our show got canceled?
Oh, it was me. I canceled it.
I'm gonna re-roll that shocking grasp. See if I can do a little bit better this time. That is a 16.
16 against Ooze Dad here.
Yes. Well,
Is that
17 because of bard bonus.
Just barely hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. I remember. Thank you, James. That'll
He's not-
be 20 electricity damage if he is wearing any metal, which I doubt he is. That'll be 3 additional.
Yeah, he's not wearing any metal.
I hope everyone liked that joke. It's my favorite one.
And appropriate to because the armor matters in that attack.
I'm trying to decide if that's a joke that Lauren learned from his dad.
I think I got front page of Reddit on that joke. I was pretty proud of that.
All right. Well, he is very badly damaged, and I think he's even taking some persistent damage right now.
Mhm.
26.
Yeah. He took it last round. So actually,
He didn't.
no,
he takes it at the end of his turn.
He takes it at the end of this turn, and it is now his turn. And he turns to you.
My last thing is I cast shield, which is my last action. My bad.
Oh,
But
all right,
You're good.
yeah.
You're good.
He turns to you, Lauren, and he said, "Why did the invisible mage turn down the quest?
Why, Slime Dad?
He couldn't see himself taking it." And he swings his great axe at you.
Ah, no, a bad joke. He crits me.
Oh,
He got you
Actually,
right in the
no.
humor gland.
Actually, no. I don't think he does. I think the mage shield gives me 8 plus AC, right?
It gives you a +1. Yeah.
Yeah. So that just saves me from a crit. Because the enemy rolled a 27. I have 17 AC. Just that one saved me.
Take 13 points of damage.
But I want to pop the thing, so I'll do 13 minus 5, and then
Yeah.
so take my stuff
take 8,
down.
and I need you to make a fortitude save, please.
Oh, can you do a rain check on fortitude saves or?
No, we're not doing
okay.
rain checks.
All
Chad,
right.
no.
I
we
got
don't have a, we don't have
I got
a
10,
layaway
and
program.
and I
either.
have no more points because I don't think anyone else gave me. No one saved
Aw,
me. So I have.
gonna fail.
Oh, just I can't say words on streams.
That's fine. Take 3 points of acid damage,
As I go back up, so 8. Yeah, 8. 9,
and
9.
you are sickened 1.
Nice.
which means you're going to take a penalty of 1 on basically all of your d20 checks. You can get rid of it by spending actions retching, which lets you make the save again to try and get rid of the second condition. All right. That's because some of its gooey, slimy flesh ended up in your mouth. All right. So that was its first action.
Uh-oh.
Now it swings at you again.
Ah! It misses.
Yeah, that is going to miss, actually. Let's see. It'll take a third swipe at you as well. I believe that one's actually going to hit.
Yeah.
Take 6 points of damage.
He didn't like my jokes.
No, he really didn't.
I feel like a 2 out of nothing, so that's 2 out
That's
of
a
dead.
problem.
That is a problem.
Make me another fortitude save.
Nice. 23.
23 is going to be good enough, so you're only going to take half.
Also, did you apply the -5s and -10s of that? I don't see the thingy on the thing.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. So you're going to take another 2 points of damage, and he looks at you as sorry, what's he taking? Is he on fire? Is that
He's
it?
got 2d6 from burning
Yeah.
invective.
Ah, that's right. So as he continues to burn, he looks at you and he says, "What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday?"
What? Slime Dad. What did he say?
I'm 80.
Good job. That was a good one, Jason.
It's terrible.
And he'll take 2d6 points of damage, which unfortunately is enough to kill him.
Bye, who's dad? I missed you already.
Oh, I never even got a chance.
Yeah. Now you can close your internet tab of dad jokes.
What? The advantage of running a game online. All right, so
Did some Harry Chapin start playing?
yeah, no, it's fine. All right, so that would be the end of the Who's Dead. Yeah, so what happens is the flames consume it, and it just kind of crumbles to ash. Whatever foul magic and sorcery was keeping it together finally comes undone. The flesh boils away, leaving behind nothing but a skeleton, almost as if the ooze itself was animating it, and it collapses to the ground. The bones, lifeless husks.
We
Shensen.
all just oozes piloting skeletons anyway.
Yeah, basically. We meat mechs. Shensen, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I'm going to double move up to that guy.
Uh-oh.
And
he's looking horribly hurt.
oh, here, let me get some of that corpse you got on you. You got a little bit of ghoul on your upper lip there, and I'll try to scrape it off with a scimitar slash.
Ah.
That's 18.
19.
No, it's 18. I got it built in.
Okay.
I'm gonna, I'll stick with it. I don't have 1 point left, and I need to save
That
for when
actually hits and
Oh, good.
knocks him out. You slash out at him, cutting through his arm, and he was already like holding in his wounds. And your slash at him actually does a number on him, and he collapses to the ground.
Bye. I'm done. Do something about those slimy things, Lauren. I don't think they can actually hurt people.
I've already exploded one of them.
All right, Ilana, it is up to you. There's all that's left is this one swarm of oozes, and it looks pretty diminished.
More importantly, Lauren is very, very hurt, so I'm going to point the wand at him
Hooray!
and heal him for 10.
Very good. So you break out the wand and use it. That's probably, well...
1, 2, and 3.
Yep. All right. Roark.
All right, I'm gonna step up next to Lauren here and bash this pile of amoebas with my buckler.
All right.
So I'm gonna do some bludgeoning damage with this if I hit. 16 to hit for bludgeoning damage.
Is that with the bonus? It is. All right.
Yes, it is.
All right. So you flash out with the buckler, slamming into the ooze. It looks just barely hanging on. Let me double check. Yeah. That does look like it was more effective. Like when you bashed the oozes, they just kind of pop.
Terrific. I will do it again.
All right.
Ooh, no. I'll re-roll that.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
got like 3 points.
crit fail.
Yeah, I don't want to. 14 to hit for 5 bludgeoning.
That will do it.
I'll save you, Lauren.
Your buckler flashes out, slamming into the pile of oozes, and you just kind of scatter them. There are still a handful left around the room, kind of sliming around, trying to make their way back to the gestation pool. But at that, they are entirely gone. Let's see here.
Very good
Well,
job,
that was.
everyone.
Oh,
All right.
that could have been much worse. Good explosions, Lauren.
I like take one of the slime things out of my ear, like ugh. Just-
All right. So
Disgusting.
you have this drow here. He has collapsed to the ground. This is presumably the brother you were sent to find. You're not sure.
Uh-oh.
He's still
Ivona's
alive,
going to be
just
so
unconscious?
disappointed.
well,
Sorry, what was that, James?
He's not dead though, right?
He is not dead, but he is currently dying.
I am going to
Can I stabilize
ask
him?
for help. Yeah, because if I were to try to stabilize him with I don't know even
I've
know.
got it.
Yeah. Yes.
I've got it.
Let me go ahead and roll a d20 and make sure I don't crit fail my next roll.
almost.
Please
I did not.
don't. Ivona's going to be so disappointed. Not
I
just
did
in
not.
us, but also in him, if this is him.
He's still alive, but he is dying. You can go and stabilize him. That is perfectly possible.
I did. I cast the stabilize spell. Should I also take a second and heal him a little bit, or will you attack us if I do that?
I don't
think
know.
he's
Just
fine.
he's fine unconscious. He's fine.
Yep. He looks comfortable.
Lauren, you were right behind me. Didn't you see this fella had like fangs? That's not normal for the drow we've seen.
Yeah, I suspect he is that of the not living variety. Actually, would I know what a vampire is?
So, I mean, yeah, everybody's heard tales of vampires. You're not sure he's a vampire, though. I mean, it's possible that he is, but he's bleeding blood, like, all over the place.
Like a normal person.
Well, like when vampires drink blood, that's got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Can I try a society check to figure out what he exactly is if he's like just cosplaying a vampire?
You can give me a society check.
It's a 22.
You can't be 100% certain, but you have heard that there are some who have the blood of vampires in their lineage, but are not themselves vampires. And they are known as the Dhampir. And they can be of any other ancestry now.
Yeah,
And,
the world has shifted and, evolution, whatever.
yeah. So this looks like it is a Dhampir drow.
Well, let's tie him up and bring him back to have a reckoning with his sister.
Yeah, let's tend to his wounds a little bit first. And in one moment, I have to take care of a problem. I throw up into the thing because I'm still sickened. I assume I fail.
Yeah, you fail. You've got something.
All right, so
lodged
now it's second two, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me try again.
Oh,
Do I get it this
So,
time?
Lauren loses his lunch into the pool, and you're pretty sure you saw an amoeba come out, and
You hear the "Wee," and it goes right inside. All right, all right, 16. I got it out of my system.
what was the extra one just for fun?
I mean, I went to. I don't know if we're gonna stick it too, but yeah, just making sure.
Hey, you're fine now.
all right. I'm going to take a moment and do some medicine.
All right.
Just to make sure this Dampier isn't completely dying. 14.
All right. Well, you did the party bind him before you started medicining him?
Well, I
We
would like
said
to
so.
hope so.
I think someone
Okay.
mentioned it.
I
We
take my staff and I aim it at him like I'm all threatening, like don't try anything.
I'm not trying to steal from you. I'm trying to help you.
All right. Well, you bind him up, both physically and health wise, and his eyes kind of flitter open, and he begins shouting in the kind of coarse tongue of Undercommon. You'll pay for this treachery. I'll feed your bones to my lord Jubilex.
We have your sister.
He looks at you. My sister,
Yes.
Ilana. She will be brought into the cult. She will join us. Yes.
Oh dear.
Yes.
This is what I was afraid of.
He doesn't seem too interested in joining.
She was worried about your safety.
She will
What's that?
come to see the light. The light in the dark.
Okay. All right. Team huddle, everybody. Team huddle. I'm like, a little team huddle. Like, we tie him up to a rock somewhere. Like, team huddle. Team huddle. I'm like, I call
Tie him
everyone
to the
around.
coffin.
Here, let's be like. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be like team huddle over here or something.
Just
Like,
over here.
Team huddle. Team huddle. Okay. Should we bring him back, or should we say a rock fell on him? It was an accident. I mean, she would be crushed to know that
bring him
this
back.
guy is
We need
psychopath.
to- We need to bring him back so she can see that
I
he's
mean-
been brainwashed, and then we turn him over to the authorities.
I mean,
Grisfell pops out of the skull and he's like, he looks at you, Lauren, and he's like, evil! I knew it!
it's not evil. Think about it. If this guy gets out, and he is possibly a higher ranking person of this cult, they're going to come and find him at that prison. And have you seen the kobolds around here? I don't trust them to take care of this person in any way, shape, or form. And concerning the fact that they're able to have these entire caverns in basically broad daylight, I just don't feel comfortable letting him go.
While he's
We're
doing
not
that,
letting him go. We're not
I'm-
letting him go.
I'm
It's
helping
like-
him back to his feet and casting prestidigitation so he's not filthy looking when he has his wonderful reunion with his estranged sister.
Grisfell listens to that entire speech and is like, boy, you sure do have a lot of reasons for being evil.
It's
Mr. Grisfell, this is really one of those guiding moments we talked about.
Just doesn't make
Those
sense.
teaching
Look
moments.
at him. He's trying to eat the slime. Would you want to see a brother in that condition? I mean, there must be some facilities around here to help him with his mental health, possibly. I'm okay with
yes, there you
volunteering
go.
him to that, but
Yes.
I just don't think they exist in Kobold Town.
You suggested
Well, you just
crushing
said-
him with a rock.
Yes. 'cause
Yeah,
it's-
that's not mental health.
have you seen the things he summoned?
I've seen the things you summoned.
Grisfell vanishes.
Like, point taken, but
Just shaking his
still.
head.
Look, I'm just proposing, but I'm okay to follow along with this path. But if I have to say I told you so, I'm gonna say I told you so. So I'm
And
okay
you'll
with
have
bringing him
that.
to his
You'll have
sister.
that moral high ground, I'm sure.
We'll cross
Damn
that
straight.
bridge when we get to it, but shouldn't it be Yvona's decision?
Yes.
Well, she did.
Oh,
Damn you
Does
and your
anybody remember
points.
his name?
No.
Excuse-
You were told that his name was Rakarnas.
Wait, I come out of the huddle, Lugar. Hey, what's your name?
He's like, I am the scion of Jubilex. I shall bring
Yeah,
the
whatever,
oozy
nerd.
tendrils
Yeah, I
of
think
my
whatever
lord
she
to
said
this
is his thing.
world.
Yeah, let's just take him up there.
All right, Mr. Scary Dampier Man, let's go. Do you want to see your sister again?
Yes, that way I can convince her to join the cult. She will understand finally all of our years of struggle were for naught.
I put like a rag around his mouth and be like, "Shut up! I don't need you
we're gonna have to
spouting forbidden stuff while we carry you out."
Yeah,
we're gonna get him through Kobold Town.
You tie him up and take him back to the old shack.
Not before we look around for expensive dropped cultist treasures.
Mm-hmm.
Does he sound like Mr. Grollo to anybody?
Yeah, you're able to search this place for some loot. We'll deal with that either in a break or offline. But you're also able to search him. He has a handful of trinkets and baubles on him.
Don't steal from him yet.
Why not? He tried to kill us and take our stuff. I mean,
Come on.
That's pure
I'll
logic in my
let you
book.
decide how much looting you want to do of your prisoners.
I loot him. I don't
He's
care.
not a prisoner. He's a guest, and we're taking him back to our sister.
You got slime
No,
in my
he's
beard. I
definitely a
don't like
prisoner.
you. I take his wallet.
As I watch Peyton loot him, I'm like, a non-evil wizard wants to take the evil cultist stuff.
Weird.
Checks out.
Look, he tried to kill us all. These
are
are
you going
get
to
paid
steal
for
from
the
him?
mental damages.
Well, you make your way back to the shack, and you got your cultist here in tow. Sure, he's on the map.
No, we
Chris-
have to be
Chris
good
is
about
not
it.
around.
Our loving brother.
All right,
Dearest brother. Beloved brother.
You make your way back through the town, and as you do so, some of the kobolds see this bound form, and you hear murmurs of forbidden.
Yeah, I was going to
Although they're in
recommend,
kobold, so it's like mac mac.
Mac, okay, Mac. We good? We good, Mac? Okay, good.
Should we bring these kobolds in to help us with the playtest for the Starfinder mech rules?
Oh, hey, good call. Mac.
Mac.
I think they like it.
All right, so you bring the brother back, and when you return, Ivana is out in the dining area here having a meal, and you come in and she gets up and she's like, "You found him," and he's like, "Yes, they." Oh, actually, you've bound him. You've gagged him.
She comes out and all right.
You're up.
Say your spiel.
You unbound his mouth.
Yes.
He's
Take
like,
off the goods.
Sister, finally, they have brought me to you. Now we can both go join in Jubilexes. And she's like, oh dear. She looks down. What have they done to you? And she kind of goes up and gently caresses his cheek and looks to the rest of you. Is this how you found him? And he starts ranting and raving. And
I was going to leave him under a rock, but we thought about your feelings first.
She looks at you. A kindness. You're
welcome. I go to read my book.
one that others might not have given.
Yep. That's why I'm a good guy. I read my book and let the party handle it.
We figured it would be best if you made a decision on what we do with him now.
As he continues to rant and rave, she looks at you, Roark, to put the bind back on his mouth because you can't talk while he's ranting.
Shh. I get real close to his face. Shh. Gag it.
He kind of looks at you with spite, and she goes, I was afraid this might happen. The cults, they work to indoctrinate anyone they capture into their foul faith. My brother and I fled them many years ago, as have many of our ilk. Some come to Kobold Town, others flee, desperate to get away, desperate to flee Tarnathia.
Is that a place or a person?
Where is that?
That is the leader of the cult. She is the Lord of the Oozing Eye.
Ugh.
Is she here?
No, she is not allowed. Their faith is not allowed here in Kobold Town. There are few rules in this place, but their faith is not allowed. It is forbidden.
Forbidden.
Is there somewhere we can take you to? A sanctuary or something where you might be able to help him?
There are others here in town. Some have experience breaking this condition. I hope they are successful. We can take him to I can take him to them.
Was your brother always a vampire?
Yes, his...
Oh.
I have a touch of the blood, but he manifested fully. It runs in our family.
All right.
She looks at him with kind of a sadness. The drow in this place, they are a fanatical cult. Many of them give their parts of themselves to the great ooze, to Jubilex.
When you're saying parts, do you mean like metaphorically a part of your soul or parts? Like actual parts?
She slips off one of her shoes, and you can see that she's missing 2 toes that look like they have been burned off.
Oh dear.
All must
right.
offer themselves to the ooze.
Well, I don't think so. So, let's see if we can find a sanctuary or somewhere where you guys can go and stay and be safe.
There are others like us here in this town. Do not judge all of my kin harshly. Many have fallen under Jubilex's sway, but there are those of us who think for ourselves, who do not live this life. And he's got this fanatical sheen to him, like he's sweating and just like...
I'll just like casual point my staff and prestidigitation at him. Just clean him up a little bit.
Yay.
I raise a hand, and if I may ask a question, everybody, specifically to you, dear, have you seen any success rate out of those facilities? I just want to make sure we're not sending you to a recruitment center.
Ooh.
I myself am from one of those places.
Would you recommend it?
She looks at you. I'm still alive. I do not venerate that pile of filth.
All right. Well, if that's where you'll feel safest,
I will.
why don't...
I'm feeling better. In the morning, my brother and I will leave. I will take him to my people, who can hopefully begin the process of fixing him.
Wait,
You're not going anywhere by yourself with him. We will take you. We'll escort you there.
You can bring me to the neighborhood. I cannot take you to the place. It is secret. But I appreciate you offering to assist to make sure that my brother does not cause any trouble.
All right. How late is it? What time of day is it?
Right now, it's cave time, so time doesn't really have a meaning. You've been up for several hours, though, right? It's been a long day. You had to make your way to the bakery. You fought all the way through it. You had to make your way back. There's been resting. There's been healing. There's been all sorts of stuff that have happened. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty late afternoon.
Let's leave this mean, awful guy in a corner and take a nap. Time o'clock.
All right. So, unless anybody has anything else they want to do, we will fast forward to the next day.
Yep, good with me.
Yeah.
Reading through my book.
All right.
All right. Is it enough time to heal everybody up? Make sure they're all full. Recover spells.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Marvelous. All right.
So the next day, Avona is kind of up and moving under her own power now. She's a lot more stable on her feet and capable of moving about. She does appreciate your aid in helping her take her brother to a sanctuary where they can attempt to deprogram him. And she asked that you help to escort him to a kind of one of the quieter parts of town, out behind the several blocks away from the arena, out on the edge, and you escort her and him out there, and you arrive at a neighborhood where suddenly you realize that there are a lot of drow, kind of all over the place, but they are shopkeepers and business owners, and it's like a drow neighborhood.
Okay, so it's not like we'll be comfortable taking her to like the edge of the neighborhood and then letting her go free.
Well, I mean, when you arrive, several drow who are just kind of hanging out, lounging, kind of on the edge of the neighborhood. They're not guard, but they're lookouts. They immediately come up and exchange a few short words with Ivona, and she's, for those of you who can speak Undercommon, she's basically explaining that Rakarnas has been converted, and they shake their heads and look very worried about this. And after a few other pleasantries are exchanged, they come to take Rakarnas away.
All right. Is she going with him, or?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, she turns to face all of you and says, "I don't know how I could thank you. I'll think of something. You've saved me. You've saved my brother. It's more than I could ever ask for strangers, let alone sky breathers."
Well, we're just happy to help.
I don't think anything of it, dear.
The only thing you can do for us is to make sure your brother is fine and dandy. That's
and
all
if you
we
ever
ask.
know someone who needs a show, don't forget Band of Bravos.
Aye, we can come by every so often and put on a performance.
Face in my hand.
She smiles. You've done so much, and I have nothing to give you. But know that I will remember you. Bravos. Always.
Hey.
And she
Quest
turns
complete.
To go. Yeah, you get some XP. All right, so
I'm just going to wave and watch as she walks away.
Yeah, she disappears from your quest log, and now you can go back
I
to farming
Ilana.
moleskins.
I tap her on the shoulder and go like, "Will you miss your friend, Ilana?"
Of course I'll miss my friend.
Yeah, well, don't worry too much on it. Just be aware that you still have a friend somewhere in this world, and whenever you come to visit, they will remember you. Friends aren't always required to be directly by our side, Ilana, but it's always good to know that you've made some along the way on your travels.
It's
That is
a perception check to
surprising.
sense motive in this edition, right, Jason?
That is surprisingly sensitive of you, Lorne.
I'm old, Ilana, and I've been traveling for a long time. I'm used to it. Come on, let's go make new friends.
Well, you make your way back to your home with naught else to do here this morning. You make your way back and are settling in for a late breakfast. Snelk has served up a delicious lake-caught eel stew for breakfast. It's salty and briny. Those are two words that kind of mean the same thing. Anyway, and you're all hanging out when there is quite suddenly a loud knock at the door.
Oh, get it?
Thanks, Roark.
Who's there?
I go back to reading.
Hello.
So you open up the door, and standing outside is a tall, imposing orc.
Oh, hey.
Can he be like so tall to where like you can't see his head because the door's so short, so you only just see just pectoral muscles and abs and just like plate,
kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of that.
Just over the door frame.
The top of his head is hidden behind the door frame, and the orc is standing there in there's armor clearly on underneath the what looks to be like some sort of ceremonial sash that is draped over half plate. And the orc, everything about the orc looks polished and well maintained and well kept. And with a kind of a one of his tusks has a small gold ring on the end of it, and he looks down underneath the door at all of you and begins speaking in Undercommon for those who speak it, saying, "I have been sent from the emissaries. Are you the bravos?"
I understood bravos.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
think it's
us, that's
you,
us.
yeah.
Do you speak common? These my friends are not as widely traveled.
I assume he
I'm
spoke
working on it.
Undercommon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Undercommon. Yeah.
I come up and help translate. I mean, he's asking, the emissary is asking for us, which is we are the Bravos. And I reply, yes, we are the band of Bravos.
Mm. He may I enter?
Certainly. I see no reason not to let him in. Ilana, could you prepare some tea?
With
Do we
what?
have tea?
Do we have any tea? I don't know.
I don't know if you have any tea. Do we have coffee? Does coffee exist in the
I've got
caves?
some mushrooms. Can we pour water on mushrooms? What's that taste like?
Just
Well,
get
the
some water.
mushroom.
And
One might make a very nice tea. The other one might poison him.
I mean, we have gas. We have gas.
We have water.
We have
Fill the
gas. Go get the water with the cups.
All right, I'm going to find and attempt to make tea.
Yeah, there's at least some water and tea that you can easily make. It is like a moss and mushroom tea, but it's tasty enough.
It's
You begin making that, and the messenger comes in and puts down on the table what looks to be like a sheet of leather, but it is bound in these thin bone rods, so it kind of rolls out like a mat. And he unrolls it, and there inside is this very thin piece of parchment. And he says, "I present to you the invitation of Gargletha Clearsight. She has invited you to treat with the emissary of the orc people." And they're written in, do any of you speak orc?
I think I do, actually. I speak Orcish, yes.
All right. It is there written in Orcish. It is a formal invitation to treat with the orc people. With it is an invitation by Gargatha Clearsight.
I translate this to the group.
Yeah.
Well, I think our main mission here is now finally underway. If we wish to now go to their sanctuary and discuss the mine business.
He nods. "I have done my duty. In this I have earned honor." And he turns to leave.
Is there like can I do a society check to see if I can remember there's like an actual cultural like thank you like salute or something I should do to him? Or
yeah, you can give me a society check.
I got a 28.
Yeah, recognizing his honor is all you need to do. He's done his task. That's it. It's not like you have
fulfilled your honor with great duty and whatnot. Man, excellent job. Great honor to you.
He looks to you and says, "My thanks. Do not forget to bring the proper offering." And then he walks.
Of course. We will bring the proper offering. I don't know. What's the proper offering?
He has left.
I turn to the group going, society check. I don't know. I rolled a natural 1. I actually...
You're like, the proper offering? Are we supposed to bring him our money? Is it money? Is it our firstborn? I don't know.
Can I re-roll it? I potentially maybe think I got a 20.
So You don't know in particular what it is, but there is clearly that mention leads you to believe that there is some point of etiquette here that if you do not do it right might be disastrous. You're not sure what it is, though. You're probably going to have to ask around or try and find someone who knows.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
Shensen Society.
All right.
Roark. It's just somebody else who's also traveled.
That is an awful roll.
That is a terrible roll. And to be honest, it's also incredibly hard because you're not from here. You don't necessarily know what it is.
We should probably start just...
I know what it is. I know what it is. We'll have to do a dance. Of course. It's always a dance.
Yeah.
Dance in your pants dance?
Lauren, you're pretty sure it's not a dance.
It's not a pants dance, bro. It's not
pants dance.
I'll do a dance anyway. They'll love it.
No, Roy, that might make them mad and kill us all.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know.
Maybe we just walk over to...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's just go over to the Cracked Fane. Somebody might know.
Excellent idea.
You make your way over to the Cracked Fang. It's busy and hopping. There's a trio of boggards at the bar who are singing and drinking, mostly in like guttural croaks. They look like they're 2 to 3 sheets to the wind. A handful of other folks here. You see Snelk is behind the bar.
Are the boggards using their terrifying croak at all accidentally while they sing?
Kind of.
Roark, if
There's
you
a few
can
people
go,
nearby who are like, eh.
Roark, if you can go ask good old Snelk over there about the offering bit.
Snelk, can I get...
Yeah.
What do you know? What do you know about orcs? And how much do they like dance?
I know everything about orcs.
Next, we're off to see the emissary.
Oh, that's very special. Oh, aren't you fancy? I didn't know I had dignitaries staying here.
Yes.
Well,
we are from...
You know, I could probably... You know, I'm trying to remember what, do they like dances? You know, I don't think they like dances. You know, I can almost kind of remember what it is, but I'm just so busy,
I'll slide him a gold piece.
He's like, oh, hey!
You sound to refresh my memory.
Oh, well. Oh, this certainly, that helps quite a bit. And puts it in his vest pocket. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, to be honest, what the orcs... So visiting an emissary, each one has its own different protocols, right? Some like to have a meal, some like to tell stories, some like to, they like to do all sorts of different stuff. The orcs, in particular, like to share a meal with their guest before dealing in any business. And it's important to bring something that they find particular delicacy. That's important to them. Breaking a meal, having a meal with someone is a way to seal your trust with them.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Do you have any imports of surface food that's like...
So, no, you have to get something that they like. You're going to them.
Yeah. I figured we'd get something very rare from surface, like venison or something.
I happen to know exactly what the orcs really like. Because whenever they're in here, they're ordering it as much as they can.
And that is Snelk.
You're going to want to go find the larva of a Titan beetle. And on that, we're going to take a quick break. So everybody, we are going to take a short little break. And we are going to be right back in 5-10 minutes. So stay tuned, everybody. And we will see where this adventure takes us. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. When we went on break, the party was talking to Snelk, their friendly kobold bartender, trying to figure out what gift would be appropriate to bring the orc emissary, Gargetha Clearsight, who has finally returned to Kobold Town and has invited the group to treat with her. However, it was made clear by the the messenger orc that you should bring an appropriate offering. After chatting with Snelk, he said that you should go find the larva of a titan beetle.
Did you say Titan beetle?
He
I'm
looks
going
at
to
you
roll
and he goes,
perception.
Yeah, they love those.
How
They're
big
pretty
is
hard
a-
to get these days, though,
How
especially
big is a
after the
titan beetle?
festival.
22. Is he being honest or is he pulling our leg?
He seems like he's being honest.
How big is a titan beetle?
Oh well, I mean they're about the size of a horse.
Oh, that's not that bad then.
Whew, I was worried.
You should be. Their mandibles can cut a kobold in half.
Oh, no, I'm worried.
Where might we find one? This just doesn't sound like something you'd pick up in the market.
Oh well, normally you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you're not going to find one there right now.
Oh,
Not after the final egg festival. The town is cleared out.
Oh. Well, where would we find those then?
Those things are a delicacy. They're delicious.
Is
I
there
mean,
like
if you
a
like that sort of thing,
farm?
they're really gooey on the inside.
Is there like a farm? Is there like a hunting ground? Do we have to get a
no,
permit?
What permit? He looks at you.
I mean,
What are you talking
permission.
about?
Like, does anyone own the land in which they roam?
Oh well, you're probably going to want to go out to the beetle pit. You know, the beetle pit, where all the beetles are.
Where?
Okay, so we could just go in there and just stab one to death and then take it and prepare it and all that with no problem, right?
Well, I mean, you could, but the beetle pits are owned by,
There it is.
the folks who manage them.
Who are the folks who manage them?
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of beetle pit
Is there
families.
an office?
I
Is there
don't
an
know.
office or a
He looks at you and he's
building?
like, "What do I look like? The beetle pit business?
We're asking you,
brochure
son.
association? What do you want from me?
Just ask if there's a guild or something we talk to.
Guild of beetles?
Oh, I
The
leave.
workers.
I leave to go look.
He's like,
The
listen,
darn beetle association that I
He's
need to
like,
contact
you
to
can
legally
go-
hunt beetles.
Yeah, make sure to bring out your forms and triplicate if you want to go talk to the Beetle Homeowners Association.
Look, man, I'm
Those
just
mandibles are
trying to
painted the wrong
find.
color.
I'm just trying to make sure no kobold lord who owns an entire cartel isn't going to cut my head off because I hunted a beetle.
Oh, they might do that.
Oh, come on! I just
Which
leave.
is why we need to know this. Snelk, you're being very helpful.
Well, I do what I can, but I honestly, I don't get paid by the Beetle Association, so I don't know much about them.
So there is a beetle association.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Is there a market? Who would sell them in the market? We can go ask them.
I don't know. I've got a supplier, but he hasn't been able to get any for like a week.
Okay, who's your supplier?
Oh, he's my cousin.
Is this the same cousin? Is it the
you
brother?
hear like a
built the
burst of
shack?
lightning in the corner.
No. That my brother's the one who built the shack. My cousin is a supplier.
All right, where's your cousin?
Which one?
The supplier.
Oh, that one.
Don't.
Oh, Vic. He points down at the kobold down at the end of the bar. He's the one who usually gets him.
Excuse
Mr.
me,
Vic?
Vic. Come on, Ilana.
He's like, the name's Vit.
Vip.
Here, Ilana.
All right.
You talk to him.
All right, Mr. Vip. You seem to be the one who gets the delicacy that's the larva from the giant titan beetles.
He's like, well, I usually go to the market, yeah.
Who do you go to at the market?
Oh, I don't know. Whoever's got them. It's usually different vendors every day.
All right. I think that's the most we're going to get out of anybody. Let's
Do you
just
want
get
me to
market.
go to the market and try and get a beetle for you?
I appreciate it, but no, thank you. We can handle it from here ourselves.
I buy beetles.
That's nice.
You want some
leave.
beetles?
That's nice, dear.
Maybe when we come back for dinner.
I
All right,
pat his
thank you.
snout.
He goes behind the bar, gets out a big box filled with beetles, some of which are trying to climb out, and he's pushing them back in. Wait.
Now we're good. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Vep. You were very helpful, and we leave. Let's go to the market.
All right.
I get one beetle before we go.
You just like steal one, just
Punchy.
Oh yeah, no, they're delicious. Very very juicy. All right. So the group of you makes your way out into Kobold Town, and you make your way to the market. The market here is open pretty much 24 hours a day because there isn't really a day or a night. But as a result, various merchants come and go. There aren't really, like, the market area just has a bunch of stalls, and the various vendors just show up, take a stall, sell their wares until they're done, then they go home.
Oh, it's a swap meet. Marvelous.
Kind of, yeah. It operates more that way than it does like traditional businesses. There are some of those in town, but
All right.
the market is more of a swap meet kind of thing.
Okay, I'm going to roll perception to see if I can find somebody who sells meat, grubs, or any of those delicacies. 19.
Yeah, you see, there's a handful of folks selling various meat. So there's one person selling fish, probably caught from the lake, and by person I mean a group of boggards. There are some drow here selling fish as well. There are some kobolds selling beetles. They've got cages filled with like little buzzy beetles and little snacking beetles and all sorts of beetle delicacies.
I think that is the closest we are going to get. All right, somebody who speaks Kobold or Undercommon can come assist, please.
Do they have any beetle juice?
Oh, Beetlejuice sounds delightful.
They do have beetle beverages.
I also would like
said
some.
it 3 times.
I was waiting to spike it.
I only said it. We only said it twice. All right. Yeah, they sell a variety of beetle and beetle accessories.
Can one of kobolds be working on a hill named Frank?
Basically. So you make your way up, and the kobold looks up to you. It's like Mac, and holds up a tray with beetles with like toothpicks through them. Mac.
I come up to him and it's like, I assume he can. Does anyone else want to try?
One of them is trying to crawl away with the toothpick in its back.
Oh. Ow.
So Roark eats a beetle. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Nice and crispy. Yeah, no, very crispy. Yeah. Dusted in some sort of like it's almost like a cinnamon.
Ooh.
Mac.
I just nod pleasantly.
He said that'll be 2 copper.
Yeah, he's hawking beetle. Like, these are crispy beetle snacks. He sells them by the bag. You can get them seasoned or unseasoned, live or less live.
Seasoned and less live.
All right, yeah, that's 3 copper. Yeah.
All right, now that we've
Delicious.
buttered him up a little bit, can somebody ask about Titan beetles?
Yeah, I could do that. Meckety, meckers.
He looks at you and goes, Mac.
What about Mac?
Mac. And he points in the direction of the beetle pit.
Over here. Go that way.
This is by far the most ridiculous part of this show. I just want you to. You two have conversations, and it works out great somehow.
I don't even understand it, but I know what we were both saying.
Okay, so he mentioned to go down that way to the pits there, and we might be able to find someone possibly who might be either raising these things or know the location of which the Rango one.
Or maybe somebody that we've known for several sessions so far named Grolo who works at the beetle pit.
I don't want him to get in trouble for getting us one. I just want to make sure we can go in and get one and get out without getting anybody in trouble.
It's all good. We'll make it as safe as possible, Donna. Let's go.
All right.
Find Mr. Grolo.
So you begin making your way out of Kobold Town, making your way toward the beetle pit. There are a handful of signs in town that are like, cathedral this way, beetle pit this way.
Mech that way.
Yeah, Mac. But basically, you make your way through town and out the other gate, and that leads you out into kind of the open plain. You haven't been outside Kobold Town now in it's been like 2 weeks since you arrived here.
Oh, goodness, really?
Yeah, well, because you had about a week of downtime. And
I hope the Goblin King Brightcrown thinks we're okay.
yeah, well, the amount of time you've been gone from the surface now is closing in on like a month.
Oof.
Yeah, it's been a while. So you leave Kobold Town behind and begin making your way toward the beetle pit. And as you are making your way out there, you see a familiar sight on the path walking out of town. And that sight is this large stone statue walking.
Oh, hello again.
It's not heading in the same direction you're heading. You're kind of the trail that you were on goes up to a junction, and then clearly goes off towards the beetle pit, which is kind of up. You can see it on the Kobold Town illustration there. But this statue is already taken the other fork that kind of leads off towards the back cavern wall, way in the distance.
Is there a sign at that fork? Does it tell us anything about what that fork goes to?
There is, actually. How dare you ask a thing that I need to check? What's that? I'm here somewhere.
Checking slowly.
Well, hopefully it's just a happy coincidence and they are minding their own business. And we don't have this come back to bite us in the butt later.
Oh, it'll be fine.
So you make your way up to the intersection, and the stone figure looks. You're not sure if it's the same one from before, but that was like a week ago. He's continuing to just kind of march away, ignoring you. He says, rapidly scrolling through the map to try and find the thing that's missing.
You can do it, I believe.
I'm almost there.
This wasn't on the railroad. Ah! Just rush out, grab a tree.
Well, if anything
so
is...
No, fine. Yeah. All right. Yeah, he's heading off in a direction. The signpost there says Beetle Pits this way, and the other way it says to the Stone Throne.
Ooh. That's not ominous at all. And knowing our luck, we're going to leave this alone, and it's going to come back to bite us in the butt later. All right. Off to the Beetle Pits.
So that figure just continues marching its way, and you can hear it kind of grumble and stone every once in a while, but you can't understand it.
Yeah, it's minding its own business.
Yeah.
All right, stay in your lane, we'll stay in ours. Okay, to the Beetle Pits.
So you make your way over to the Beetle Pits. The journey there, it's a bit of a trek. I mean, it's not like an all day kind of thing, but it's not nothing. I'm grabbing character pawns here. Just copy.
As you said that, Roark, how do the beetles taste?
You want one?
Sure, I'll try one.
Cinnamony.
I crunch into one. Fortitude save.
It's
I got.
protein.
It tastes like an 18 fortitude save.
So you love it. I can tell you love it.
Yeah, I mean, they're strangely they're very crispy. These beetles don't have the same amount of goo on the inside, so they're kind of like eating popcorn with a bit of caramel at the middle, but it doesn't taste like that. But texture-wise, that's kind of what it feels like. So you are making your way out toward the beetle pits, and it takes about an hour to get there, and eventually you kind of arrive. And the beetle pits, it's worth noting, are kind of a big sprawling place. It's not one. There is a general like drop in the floor that you have to kind of wind down this long switchback to get down to, and you can kind of see it back there. That's the kind of first drop. But once you're down there, there are individual pits all over the place. And you quickly begin asking around, there's kobolds all over the place working. There's others as well. It's not just kobolds working the beetle pits. You see out of one pit, there you see some kobolds come up and dump out a pile of bones that look suspiciously elven.
Okay.
Forbidden.
Forbidden!
Oh.
Can we have it to where every time we have to say forbidden, we all go forbidden?
Forbidden.
I want that to be a thing.
It could be a thing. Could be. So you begin asking around for grubs, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for the Titan beetle, where we could potentially find one who might take care of one, etc.
You get a whole bunch of folks telling you that they don't have Titan beetles, they have other types, and they try and sell them to you. It's like, oh, I've got glow beetles, and oh, I've got crispy shell beetles, and I've got cinnamon tongue biters, and I've got
I'll buy one if you find me a Titan beetle.
They're like, oh, sorry, got them. I got cleared out of those. They're too risky, a bunch of people say.
That sucks. I keep looking.
And give me a society check or a diplomacy check as you're kind of asking around. I want to see how long this takes.
I can give you
Lauren got a 16.
a 21 on diplomacy.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out a gold coin and walk it between my fingers and say, Shensen got a 29 and much better diplomacy.
Shensen crushes it. What are you doing, James?
I'm gonna go find Grollo and ask him where we can go fight Titan beetles. And do you want to come with?
So you begin looking around, and lo and behold, you find Grollo.
Yay, Grollo, buddy!
Ah, he's still horrifying.
Oh, hello, Mr. Grollo.
You make your way up to kind of along the wall in the back. You find Grollo, and he's working in a beetle pit. And you see him kind of in a pen area, helping a number of kobolds move some small beetles. They're weighing baskets and preparing them for market. And Grollo is like, oh, it is friends. Hello, friends.
How are you enjoying freedom lately, Grollo?
He stops. You are still friends, right?
Oh, yeah. That's why we
Of
came
course
here.
we're still friends, Mr. Grollo.
Oh,
That's why we came to visit you.
oh, that is good. Grollo likes having friends. It is first time for Grollo. Kobolds are not good friends. They laugh at Grollo and his
Tell
big
me which
eyes.
ones. Which ones laughed at you,
We'll
Grollo?
beat them up, Grollo. We'll go to their houses and tip over their chairs, so they have to put them back up. It's a terrible thing.
That is very mean. That is like things they do to Grollo.
But with your friend, Grollo, we can...
Oh, hello, friends. How are you?
We came to visit you and check up on you. It's been a very exciting time here. We made another friend, and we checked up on her, and we let her go the same way we let you go, and now we're coming back to check on you.
Yes, and I think Shensen had some questions for you.
You like other friend more than Grollo?
Of course not. I love all of my friends equally.
I mean, I like you more, Grollo. That's why I came to see you and not her.
Oh, that is nice.
And,
that makes Grollo
and I think
feel
Shensen had some
warm
questions
in
for you.
his
Shensen found you
cold
faster
skin.
than me.
Shensen,
Hi.
hello.
So, yeah, Titan beetles.
Titan, yes.
Just
To the
no
point.
dialogue. Just, yeah, hey,
To
man,
the point.
I want that.
Grollo comes up to you and reaches out with a sticky hand.
Oh. It's like, yeah.
And he's
Come
like,
on.
friend. And he kind of pets you, leaving behind a smear.
Which you are you talking about?
That would be you, Shensen.
Oh, really?
Yes. We are friends.
Yeah, Grollo. So yeah, Titan beetles. We're looking for Titan beetles, and they sound like the biggest. I've been told there are horses. What is it
Huh.
that you people down here that don't know what a horse is think of when you say horse?
We think of Titan beetles.
Oh, very, very, very circular. Where do the Titan beetles live?
We have Titan beetles here at this farm.
Prove it.
Grollo sometimes is asked to go and feed them.
Well, if you got them here at the Beetle Pit Farm, lead us to them
Oh no, now is not a good time.
Why?
because
Oh, there was recently a harvest, and for the festival, so the beetles are very protective right now. We tend not to mess with them.
Grollo's accent is starting to sound Torgo-ish.
To be honest, Torgo is kind of a mix of Torgo and Zathras from B5 from Babylon 5.
Is Torgo Grollo? It's
Yeah.
makes sense.
Similar characters, yeah.
Does he have
No,
theme music?
yes, absolutely, and backwards knees.
So, yeah, if you just bring us to those beetles, you won't have to worry about. It'll be fun. It'll have excitement. You like excitement, like remember when we ran away and there was
No, Grollo does not like excitement.
then you don't have to take part in it. You can run away when we start.
Can you lead us to them so we can acquire one, or lead us to the person that we have to get permission from to harvest
Well,
one?
Well, I mean,
If you can't do it, Grollo, that's fine. I mean, I was just thinking that you would be a friend and would help us. But if you can't help your friends, that's okay. I understand.
That's
no,
okay.
Grollo will talk to boss man, and Grollo will get you permission, but you will have to go and be careful.
I
Titan
lean down
beetles.
to I lean down to
Very
Ilana.
angry.
I lean down to Ilana and go, and they call me evil. And I wait.
Does your boss work for Big Beetle?
No, Beetle does not pay monies. We
okay.
sell beetles.
All right.
Even big beetles, we still own. He kind of wanders off to go talk to a kobold. The kobold's like, mac, and pointing at him to get back to work. And Grollo's like, mac.
And I think this one might be up for you.
Yeah. And after a few moments, he comes back and they had a kind of a lengthy discussion. And he comes back and he's like, "Oh, boss is very hesitant to let you in for grub. Grubs are very young right now. Many are just preparing to pupate, so very dangerous."
We enjoy danger. It's a spice that is a delight for. We've got a big plate of beetles, or bag, excuse me, a bag of beetles, and they could really go for some danger spice, right, Roark? dangerous vice.
I finished him off. I mean, the last one, as you turn to me.
Don't birds do like that upchuck like feed thing sort of though?
That's disgusting. How dare you?
As you eat one, like
curious.
just,
Oh no! Excuse me. That was Lauren earlier when he got amoeba in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's seen Roark regurgitate anything.
It's a waste of food.
Yeah. So Grolo's like, boss says that if you want, you may purchase a grub, but you must go get it. And if you kill any beetles, and we cannot harvest their meat, then you will have to pay for them.
well, how much are they?
Well, the larvas, the tasty ones, those are 1 gold each. They're very expensive.
It's like, can I talk to your manager real quick?
He's like, yes.
Call. I got Mac. So let's see how we can do this. So, how much Mac do I have to pay you, Mac, to make you do all this, Mac, for you to acquire the things that we Mac need to Mac to the orcs?
The boss looks at you and says, are you out of your Mac mind?
No, Mac.
There's
Listen.
no Meckin way that
Listen,
me
Mecker.
and my kobolds are mecking in there to go Mec.
Listen, Mac, I have an entire Mac and gold bag right here, full of ching.
Me and my Mac can't spend the money if we're Mac and dead.
I mean, not my Meccan problem.
He looks at you and he says, well, now, I think it Meccan is.
Sounds to me, you're
I lean-
passing
I
up a
lean
lot
over to
of money.
I lean over to Shensen and say, I think I'm starting to understand Draconic.
I think it might be contagious.
When we talk to an actual dragon, if we ever get to that point, it has to be through mechs. All right, negotiations are failed. All right, mech. How do we,
So
maybe go ahead.
The long and the short
get
of it is the kobolds are willing to let you go in and try and get a grub, but the many of the beetles are currently in the larva stage, so they're walking around doing things. They're like beetle larvae. They're a little bigger,
little puppy dog grubs.
Yeah. Well, they're still pretty big. Looking out over, there's kind of a cliff between a crevasse between you and them right now, and you can see over there, and some of them are about 3 or 4 feet tall.
Oh,
And they're beetles walking around doing their thing, but they're still molting and shedding and growing, so they're not done yet. But what you're looking for is a larva, and those are more like grubs. They're smaller.
Yeah.
They haven't gone through kind of their early metamorphosis. And the kobolds explained that because of the recent festival, they're kind of all out. They ate a lot of the grubs and a lot of the larvae, and several of the adults were harvested for food. So they're in kind of a rebuilding period right now of their stock. As a result, the adults are very territorial. And they explain that to you, and it might be very dangerous to go in there. They explain that if you have to kill one, that's fine. But if you make it so that they can't harvest the meat, that's a deal breaker. Then you have to pay for the adult, which would be probably several hundred gold. Because it's a whole carcass full of meat that you're ruining.
I see.
so we divide and conquer. We send somebody in to distract all the adults, and we scoop up a larva and go about our day.
Hey, Grollo, you want to be a distraction?
Lauren, how would you do that?
He looks at you and says, "Get bent."
Ooh,
That's
Grollo.
right,
Spicy
Grollo.
language.
I turned
You
back.
stand up for yourself.
I had to try.
So,
Hey, what about Mr. Grisfell?
Gris pops out of the skull. He's like, nope. So,
How fast can a skeleton run?
not very fast. I mean, they've got a movement speed, but it isn't anything amazing.
I can summon something as a distraction, everyone.
So let's go ahead and set the scene here.
Ooh, very neat. We're all going to die here, I feel it.
So you're here talking to Grollo. And chatting with him, and there's a few kobolds here. There's a pen area on both sides of this crevasse, and the crevasse extends further south, making kind of a natural secluded area back here. And this entire area is filled with larger beetles. And looking out across the way, you can see them. These are the young adults, basically, that are still growing. And on the far side here, you've got kobolds who are like shoveling beetle chow over the wall on regular intervals to continue
Do it even look
feeding.
like drow?
Was that?
What?
Did you ask if any of it looks like drow?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, it looks like a lot of like rotting mushroom and like it looks like food waste and food scraps from the town that they just recycle by bringing out here and throwing to the beetles because they eat everything.
Oh, it's like a pig pen.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll look to Shensen.
That's not scary at all.
Shensen, I look for your advice. What do you think we should do?
Where are the larvae? Do we see any out? Like, how far away from the protective pen are they?
Well, looking around, you don't see any larvae at all.
Oh, that's...
Like...
Is there nothing else that the orcs like?
They probably have them tucked away somewhere. They're all very protective, so there's not going to be out in the open.
Grollo is like, oh yes, the hatching cave is in the back.
Of course it is.
He kind of
Probably-
points towards, he points in this direction.
Like way in the back. Well, I still have this item. I kind of look at my necklace, which is like the hand thing. It's like I could possibly throw food in particular areas and keep throwing it. And I could help be a distraction by throwing food in particular areas. And I can also summon a skeleton to quickly grab a grub and throw it. Or so. Just football it just straight at us. I just imagine a skeleton in full gear, just like go along and our way.
I mean, you could do that.
I mean, it's one. I'm looking for the rest of the group. I'm
well,
open to suggestions.
It looks like we can have somebody over on the other side of the field and kind of herd them to one side while somebody else sneaks around to the cave.
Roark is already stretching. Okay.
The
Stretching
Grollo
his
is like,
legs, stretching his
the
arms.
young ones are not dangerous as long as they have been well fed.
How much... Oh, no, that would become chow immediately. I could just fly over them.
The question is,
But how are you going to
getting
get a grub back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yes.
quite heavy. They're as big as you.
And I'm worried a mouse would become a snack very quick like.
If they can catch you. I like the idea of if we have them feed in a distraction, and I'll just run and run back.
Be very sneaky.
I point to the cat that's inside there. Can we send the cat in there as a distraction?
No, that is to keep away vermin.
So can we put the cat in there? It's like, I don't think you understood what I said. Yeah, we...
No, that is nice, cat. And Grollo goes and pets it, and the cat's like, meow.
Well, we'd like to try at least one part of my idea of me throwing food in certain places.
exactly.
So good. And
Do
who
that.
would like to be the runner, or would you like me to summon a ghoul to help with interception?
That would also work. Get them
Excellent.
there. I'm gonna. Roark's gonna climb on top of this barrel and then face in the opposite direction.
Ooh,
So-
give me some of the food.
So here's the spiel. Getting over here,
Yeah.
there's these cages on either side, and there's a door that leads out
Oh, it's
into the
cage.
pen itself. The cage isn't complete, right? It doesn't have a roof, but the walls of it are like they're metal bars, and they go up like 8 feet. So you can
Okay.
stand on top of the crate, but that still only gets you almost to the top.
Then I would like to climb up and stand on the balance on the edge of the cage.
Okay.
Because I'll let you know what I'm doing. I'd like to start this whole interaction with panache. So I'm going to do a backflip off the top of the cage.
Oh, I see.
Before,
Yeah.
so I can get a little boost of speed.
You need to impress those beetles.
I need to impress everybody.
Wait, let me use some wild empathy to distract them and get at least a number of them over here.
Yes,
Good
of course.
idea,
Into
Mona.
That
this
is a good-
general area. All right. So, I can use diplomacy even better. So I'm going to use some wild empathy and diplomacy and make some over here. Hello, friends. Come have a tasty lunch.
Oh, do you have food?
I grabbed one of the food bucket things that they were kind of tossing to them.
Because
Got some slop or whatever inside
the
of
beetles. The beetles
Yeah.
love them some food.
Yeah. Hi, friends.
Are they cute and adorable and going me 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 me?
Yeah.
So
it's
these
like Northwest
beetles-
Track.
To describe them, these beetles are, about 3.5 feet long. They have pretty big pincer-like mandibles. But for the most part, you're tossing out like it's mostly rotten, like mushrooms and food scraps from restaurants and houses and stuff. So there's like bits of fish and chunks of rotting mushroom mixed with old, slimy stew, and you're just dumping it out. But the beetles, they love it. They're like, "Nom, nom, nom," and they go up and they begin chewing on it with their gross bug mouths, and so they are feasting away over on this side. The rest of the beetles, the ones up near the
Can I
gate were
call
the
these?
hungry ones. What was that?
Can I call these ones?
Those
the
ones
wild
can't even
empathy and
see
call
you.
them-
So to be clear, this is a solid wall that goes all the way up.
Oh, and they can't hear me calling either, can they?
No, not really. They don't seem to pay too much attention until you dumped a bunch of food on the
Yeah.
floor.
Oh,
It's
roll.
not like cows. I can't shake the bucket and have them coming over from the whole paddock.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Roark,
Darn.
there should be another thing we're missing here, right? Like something to help us, Roark.
Yeah. I was about to get to that. Chat reminded me that I have a clandestine cloak,
Ooh.
which I don't know if non-detection is. That's just more for just people trying to divine me, right? It's not going to make me
Yeah.
these beetles, so I won't worry about that. But I think what the plan is, I'm going to do a fancy backflip into the beetle pin and then immediately pull the hood up to be safe.
Everyone paying
Nothing.
attention to me. And now stop, please.
And now I'm gone. Unless that's completely
Disappear like a
ridiculous,
flash
I'll
of the
just do
night.
stealth.
So it does kind of give you a bonus on stealth checks and deception checks to impersonate a forgettable background character. However, that part of it's not going to apply because you can't. It doesn't make you look like a beetle.
No, I'll impersonate a forgettable background beetle feeder that they don't know.
Can I-
that they don't like.
Can I use animal form or pest form and become one of them?
No, they're too big.
Yeah, these are
Not even
massive
animal
things.
form?
They're like a good 4 or 5 feet wide.
Oh, animal form gives
might
me
get you
bear.
there. Animal form might get you there. Let me double check.
Because
But
it gives me
wouldn't there be
things.
Vermin form? Is
Yeah,
that also a spell?
I think animal form requires you to take the form of a beast, and these are technically vermin.
Bear, bull, shark, snake.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get you there.
Okay, I shall now help with my suggestions. I use my thing to basically do mage hand and kind of grab like a bucket, and I start slopping it down on that south side so that kind of past the barrier, so I can like lift it up and over and and I'm just like, and I start making noise in a little bit, or I actually look at the kobold and go mek 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 mek, ringing bell thing to signify them that eating time. Mek mek mek.
Oh, so give me a I don't know, you got a nature check?
I mean, I'm asking him, and he should make the nature check.
Got it. What am I checking with nature?
I mean, I'll be
It's
doing it because
the
I'm
skill.
negotiating with him.
Yeah.
So
Okay, never mind. Take that 23 back.
I'll just collect that. All right. So
okay, I'll roll. I got a 20.
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you managed to convince some of the beetles. Where are you doing this?
Basically around where Ilana is, like to kind of crowd them around that way.
That gets a few more to kind of make their way over that way.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm trying to like throw the schlop far enough to where the ones behind the rock can see it.
And once they get over within hearing range, I can keep talking to them and cooing at them and feeding them slowly and reaching through the bars and petting them. And
and since it's a cantrip, I am constantly like slopping stuff or making it as loud and audible as possible to say, "Hey, here's food."
So you've managed to get most of the beetles down on the lower part over there. The beetles up on the rise don't seem to be paying you much mind. Most of them are kind of lounging. It looks like they've been fed recently, so they're not really being attracted by food.
Okay, Roark, here's my plan.
Right.
I'm going to summon a ghoul, and I'm going to give the ghoul food, and the ghoul will start feeding those up there to give you an angle. Got it?
so, like, over here.
And by ghoul, I mean Gritfeld. I choose you. I throw his soul out, and I summon a ghoul on the because I'm assuming that sliver right here. Is it possible that someone could slip by it, or?
You could squeeze somebody through there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I was thinking about squeezing through there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I summon a ghoul there, and I mage hand him over a bucket of food, like a bucket or two.
He looks at you and he's like, "This is humiliating."
Oh, you'll be fine. If they come running at you and about to kill you or something for your food, just like throw the slop or whatever, and like throw the other slop somewhere else, and just keep running around giving them a chase. Got it?
He's like, "Where am I going?"
Over
up
here,
there,
Mr.
up
Griswold.
there. You're going up there, and you're going to bring the beetles away from that supposed cave we can suspect the grubs are at. I hope you've been listening the entire time.
He's like, "No, not really."
Okay, that's.
I was reading a good book.
I explained the entire situation to him in cartoon backstory time, and then it's like, "And
right.
you got it?"
You get halfway through, and he's like, "No, wait, start over. I was still reading."
I swear, I will explode you right now.
Don't do that.
Your skull will not survive. Now,
Lorne, don't do that.
I won't. I won't.
Do you have the 100 gold or
He's
whatever?
like, fine, I'll go try and distract the dumb beetles. He goes walking up, and the beetles don't pay him much attention. He starts dropping some food around. Well, let's see if he can get any of them. Nah, not really. Like one makes its way over there, but the beetles up there look fed. They don't look hungry, so food isn't really luring them.
Pet them. Show them affection.
He's like, I don't know how.
Pet them. Have you never pet an animal before?
He reaches out to pet them, and these beetles get really upset about that because remember, he's a ghoul. So
look cute.
And they are living creatures, so they begin to attack him.
All right, Roark, here's your chance.
Okay.
Go.
Oh,
so
if they're attacking him, then this might count as a combat encounter. That means I might be able to have panache.
These beetles are fighting Grisfeld. I'm not going to make rolls for it. There's just bad things happening.
You just hear screaming.
No.
Oh no.
Grisfeld's like, no!
Mr. Grisfeld, work your way over here.
I'm trying. They're biting me everywhere. All right, so what are the rest of you doing?
I'm distracting the ones near me, and I'm also feeling a little bit sad because I did just realize that these animals are penned up slaughter animals, and that is not the way nature is supposed to be.
I was wondering when you'd get there.
And you're feeding them
I was on a mission,
right now.
and then I remembered.
I gave the druid a sad.
James, do you have a
sad? There's a difference between hunting
competence
One more
spell?
time.
Do you have a competence spell, James?
I need to level up
competence
before
song.
I need to level up before I get anything like that.
Curses.
I
All right, fair enough.
I can make you feel sad about being underground so long and have the sun burn you.
No. Don't burn
I can
me
command you
with the sun.
to. I could command you, boss you around. Go get him.
No,
Go get some grub.
just pep talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jason, if this doesn't quite count as a combat encounter, I can't get panache, but I will. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just a difference of 5 feet of speed. It'll probably even itself out. So I'll just sneak my way up, down and over, cloak up, and then I'm gonna attempt to squeeze through there and just sort of hug the northern wall. That's my plan.
All right. Is anybody else going in there, or are you all just staying in the cage?
Good luck,
Is there
Roark.
any gate or door to open?
There's a gate right here.
You want me to go with you, Roark?
You could. I guess you're stealthy. Yeah.
Is the gate
You
locked?
want to come along?
Yeah.
No. No, the gate isn't locked. The beetles don't understand how to operate door handles, so it's
Probably a small
fine.
latch.
Yeah.
Oof. Eating
I wouldn't.
meat is part of the circle of life, but they're living a really sad life. It's different from hunting.
I don't know. These beetles look pretty happy. They live in a cave. They get fed slop. They're fine.
Are you debating on opening that door and letting them all out, Ilana?
A little bit.
They clearly have some safeguards for that because they got that rickety bridge to get from one side to the other and the cage on the other side.
Yeah, they would plummet to
Just
their death.
kill them all. Yeah.
There's
All
a
right,
huge-
so decision time. What are people doing?
I'm
Lauren?
going with Roark.
Yeah, Lauren, you staying behind?
I'm standing behind, helping throw and slop and keep them occupied.
All right, Ilana, what are you doing?
I want to go to the beetle pit.
All right, move yourself into the beetle pit.
I'm gonna go right here and continue to pass slop out and gently pet the beetles.
All right,
Ask them how they're being taken care of.
as you're feeding them, and they are eating the food. All right, Shensen and Roark, the two of you go there, and it takes a moment, but you can squeeze through that. We're not in the middle of a fight, so I don't really care about the specifics rules. So you can squeeze through to the other side without a problem.
Okay.
You quickly come to realize. Actually, can both of you give me a perception check?
Oh, sure. I'm glad I brought you along.
Are
Oh,
you
wait,
sure?
maybe I'm not. No, I'm
Keeley,
also
you have 2
stealth,
points
I think.
left. So you can be
I've got 21.
Or,
Thank you.
All right.
I do have 2 points.
James, you have 1 point left.
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
not spending that 1 point in
Okay.
a room filled with hungry beetles.
All right.
21 for Roark.
Yeah. You can't be 100% certain, but it looks like the cave up here. You think there might be something going on up there. It's like in the darkness there. You know how when you look into a dark area, but there's some light going into it. Generally, all you see is what's being reflected back at you, and there's clearly like some wet reflections coming back out that seem to be kind of moving and squirming back in there. So there's something back in there.
All right. I have low light vision, but I probably need to get a little closer to get some info. So I'm gonna climb up this.
Okay. This ledge, by the way, is about 4 feet. It's not huge.
Okay.
Outside of combat, I don't really care. Inside combat,
Fair
I'd have you make a check, but
Fair
that's
enough.
fine.
All right, I'll help pull Shensen up if she needs it.
I
And then
got it.
you got it. And then I guess we'll start to be a little
So,
stealthy here. so
Hold
this
on,
beetle
hold
doesn't
on,
see. Yeah,
just a second,
Fair enough.
second. You begin, you climb up there, and as you begin making your way back toward this cave, back from in here in the corner, like the wall on the inside here has these deep, like tunnels bored into the rock, and while there is clearly like some sort of recessed pool or den back here in the corner, these niches look like dens for larger creatures. And as
Are
you
they
make your way,
people-shaped?
was that?
Are they people shaped?
No, they are
This
not.
This isn't
Okay.
Junji Ito.
As you make your way up to this area, the moment you step around the corner, crawling out of one of these crevasses, and mind you, these crevasses are like 6 or 7 feet wide, is a gigantic beetle.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see
No.
this? Oh, hi. Did I see this?
Yeah, you saw this thing climb out, and as it comes out and its feet, legs hit the ground, like there's a bit of a shudder as this thing comes out. That's how heavy it is, and it does not look very happy to see you here. No. This is just now happening, Ilana. You get back down there to your beetles.
I can't go running at them. I can't go running to this when I saw this happen.
Not yet. You can't, because you're gonna have to wait until it's your turn in initiative.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is a
good luck,
problem.
everyone.
Do I actually get to use wild empathy this time in initiative?
No, but I will let you use nature as your initiative check. If you want to roll that instead of perception.
I'm going to roll stealth for mine.
Yeah. Roark and Shensen, you can both roll stealth.
Heck yeah.
Lorne got
I'm
a 19.
still going to get a 27.
Lorne got a 19. Shensen got a natural 1. Roark got a 30. And Ilana got a 27. Are you spending a thing to re-roll that?
Nope, I'm
Okay.
doing that so I can get on the turn order.
Okay.
Then,
You did get another point, by the way, from chat, James.
yep.
And the Titan Beetle got a 29. An initiative.
That's fine.
Good luck, everybody.
Big friend, hello.
He is a big boy. Roark,
Mm-hmm.
you
Uh-huh.
have the initiative. Let's see. Shensen, are you actually an 8?
Yes.
All right. Oofda. Ooh, you rolled a 1. All right. So, Roark, you have initiative. You have also beaten my passive perception, so you are hidden.
Ooh.
Shensen is not, however. Shensen kind of crawled up over the lip and was like, "Ha-ha! Oh, crap!"
I'm blending in with the wall with this cloak on.
Yeah, the cloak appears to be helping quite a bit.
I assume that when I tumble through this thing's space, it will know I'm there. But I don't think that's going to stop me.
Yeah, that's going to make it harder on the old stealth there.
Yeah, I'd like to get back here behind it and grab a grub if there are grubs in there.
So
let me attempt this. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's make the check first.
Let's see how I do. Ooh, no. I'm gonna reroll
Oh, that's
that.
terrible. That ain't gonna.
Oh
do
no,
it.
that's not much better.
Oh well, let's move you back to the other side because you do not make it.
Eek.
I rolled a 13 and a 14.
I will do it again as my second action. Attempt it again.
So yeah, you try dancing through this thing's space, and it just is like no.
Denied.
Look over there. Come on.
Oh no!
Another
This is my
14.
skill.
Another 14 is
boy.
definitely insufficient. You are trying to bounce through this thing, and it's just like dunk, 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 dunk. It has too many legs.
It's too beetly. I will then just simply raise my buckler then with my third action and say, "Oh no! We gotta get it. We gotta get it away from the cave."
So, you have angered the Titan beetle, and for its action, it is going to attempt to hit you with its mandibles.
Oh,
Ha! That is right on. I take that right on the buckler.
Oh, in that case, I'll re-roll.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Yes, I'm afraid that.
Oh, a 6. Ugh. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that was a very poor roll. So, all right. So, 29 is going to hit. It reaches out with its mandibles, grabbing hold of you. Take 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
For its second action, it grabs you.
Yeah, I figured.
And for its third action, it moves, taking you with it.
I did it! I got it away from the cave!
Well, that you did manage to do.
Good job, Roark. I clap.
Well done. Yeah, so it has you grabbed and has dragged you away from the cave, like shaking you back and forth as it does so. Its mouth parts clicking and salivating all over you. That is the end of its turn. Ilana.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
The other beetles look very agitated at this, but are not, as of right now, hostile.
All right, I'm going to use a move, and I'm going to get closer to it. And you said I can't try to diplomacy or wild empathy this guy at all.
No, it looks enraged.
Oh, then I am going to slow it down. I'm really, 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 really sorry. Tanglefoot, let's slow him down.
So that's the one that has an attack roll, even though it doesn't. Well, wait, does it need one or does it not?
No, it's just
Why
I
do
thought
you
it's a
have one? Why
saving
does
throw.
everything
on
have
roll
No, it is an
Yeah.
attack roll. It
Yeah.
is an attack roll. It doesn't have a saving throw.
Yeah, it's one or the other, and this program keeps giving us both. All right, so that's an attack of 18. That is a failure.
Oh,
The goo
And you said
splashes on its shell, but does not hinder it.
okay, and you said it doesn't have a saving throw?
No.
I'm going to fix that right now really fast while I have it open, and I can't do anything else. I used my move, I moved my actions.
Correct. Lorne, you see the Titan beetle. It looks cranky.
So, here's the awkward thing, everybody. I wanted to do something cute after this, and I put all my spell slots for summoning skeletons. So, I didn't think we were going to be fighting a beetle, which kind of works out, because I assume by Ilana's wishes, we do not want to kill this beetle. So
We
I'm gonna do
definitely
the-
don't want to kill the beetle. Use Mr. Grisfell as a distraction.
I mean, Mr. Grutzfeld's already getting torn apart by beetles over there, so I don't know how he's hanging over there as a ghoul.
Yeah, I'm
But
assuming you're still sustaining him.
Yeah, I'm still sustaining him. So here comes the awkward bit, because of that sustaining, though, there is no way I can sustain multiple skeletons, which is by design, I assume.
Well, you can't actually even cast the second summon
Yeah.
spell because you need 3 actions to cast
Yeah.
it.
So that comes to the awkward part. So, guess I can only just do one at a time. I see Grisfeld's already kind of getting munched on over there. So I'm going to go, all right, Grisfeld, return and appear over here. Clap, clap. And I go, boom, whoop, and just
So
bring him.
Yeah. You don't sustain it. The ghoul
Yeah.
vanishes, and
And
Grisfeld pops back into the skull.
Yeah, and basically it's because I decided to do anything. He goes that way, and I cast one last time on the heightened level of it, bring him back pretty much 30 feet over, and I can't see that way. So I would have to bring him over behind Roark. Actually, I can... Yeah, that's fine. And then we're like, try to paralyze it, boy! Go forth and hit it!
Is Grisfell in this, or is this just a ghoul?
Yep. Grisfeld's in it, and that's what I'm suggesting, so you can
Aw.
have fun with it.
Grisfell's like, oh, come on!
You're
And,
helping the team.
He'll move up and make his attack.
I just need you to paralyze it.
He's like, I'm not biting it, and he just tries to hit it with the claw.
And you crit it.
So he reaches out and slashes at it, hitting it for 6 points of damage.
Fortunately,
Don't
the
kill it,
crit's very
Mr.
minor.
Grisfell.
And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it needs to make a saving throw.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And it
That's
makes
gonna
it.
make.
It makes it.
That's gonna make by a lot. All right.
I tried.
Grisfeld's
gives-
like, why did you subject me to this nightmare?
And it's like it made staying in the crypt forever. You're helping the team. And that's my entire turn.
Shensen.
I'm going to move up to there and grab a grub.
In the back here, there are grubs.
Grub.
That looks
Oh,
delicious.
I'm guessing it's like
Content
corgi
warning.
sized.
So you get back there, and there's just a pile of these grubs, and they're about this big. So it's like the size of like a small chicken,
like a puppy, really.
A chicken, yeah. And they're all gooey, and they like as you get there, they kind of roll around, and they have eyes, but they're really kind of vestigial, and they're just these little dark, wet smears, and it just kind of stares up at you with its clicking, hungry mandibles, and it's just like.
I will hold my breath and pick it up.
And you reach down to pick it up, and it's just covered in kind of a slimy residue.
And
it's all squirmy, and
I know
it's just
what
like,
doing.
And it just has these little tiny. It can move around with these little tiny nubs of like legs. That is just like it just has those running up and down. It's like long squirmy body.
It's so cute.
It does have kind of these. The eyes are kind of biggish, so it just kind of looks at you like
you're gonna eat me.
All right, so I'm gonna run back here with my grub buddy.
I like how James is just like, yeah, all right, I'm not interacting.
No,
that.
I run over, pick a grub up, and run back.
Okay, all right.
I'm holding my breath the whole time because that will keep the filth away.
So I'm going to make a perception check for the Titan.
I'm going to try to do this stealthily, by the way, as best I can.
Yeah, that's why. What's your passive stealth there, James?
Is plus 10, correct? It's 17.
Okay.
Hey.
Hasn't spotted you yet.
Until it starts screaming.
Be quiet, little Lorne. It'll be okay. Shh.
Did you call it Little Lorne? Roark, it's your turn.
Maybe I should just keep the door locked.
Oh, we could call Leela.
I'm going to escape. Attempt to escape.
Oh, you're going to try to escape. Very good.
I'm going to attempt to escape. Yes, indeed. I'm doing slightly better. A 17. I doubt that works, though.
Oh, no, that is not.
Yeah, I don't want to get cut in half. I will keep escaping. Yes, that's what I'll do. Hey, natural 20 on that one.
Nice.
Well, that is sufficient. You do manage to break free. Actually, so that's a natural 20. Okay, that will succeed. Okay, because you actually
So
each one of these is an attack technically,
That's true,
so
right,
they do take penalty. So your second does manage to break you free. So you managed to squirm loose from it, putting yourself back in a square. Look at that, just figured it out. Okay. So what do you want to do with your third action?
Get out of there, probably. I'm gonna take a few steps over here.
Okay.
Jump down, take a few steps over there, just in case Shensen needs to throw me the grub.
Throw me the grub, I throw you the whip. All right. Yeah, I'm assuming that was a stride action, not a step. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be the end of your turn. It goes. I'm going to give it another perception check to see if it spots as it looks around for the source of the noise, and it does not hear it.
Oh yeah. Sneaky mode Shensen.
Yeah, no, I have done very poorly on both of those perception checks. Lucky you. And instead, it's going to grab Grisveld.
Thanks, Grisveld.
Here's the attack. That's going to hit.
Oh, that's like a plus. It's going to always hit. All right, we're doing, boys.
That knocks Grisveld down to 2 hit points. With its second action, it's going to grab Grisveld. And with its third action, it's going to use its ability that I wrote up called Yeet. So here it comes. Let's roll that athletics check. Let me compare it against his fortitude DC. That is That is a critical success, which means I get to throw him 20 feet.
Oh,
Well, where did he go?
And he's going to throw him at the wall, which is going to deal damage.
You can just say he splatters and dies. It's okay.
Hold on, I'm checking. He does!
And he just disintegrates.
So the Titan Beetle grabs poor Grisfell, grabs hold of him, throws him against the wall, and he just explodes like a sack of rotten meat. And a half second later, Grisfell appears in the skull, and he looks at you, Lauren, and he's like, I hate you.
I know you do.
Ilana, it's your turn.
Oh, that was shocking, but not unexpected. Hi, Mama. Come this way. I know. I'm really sorry, and I'm gonna back up a little bit. Oh,
You might want to get behind the gate. Yeah, Ilana.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep backing up, but I also want to keep making noise at it and keep it distracted. So I'm just gonna launch another Tanglefoot at it. Hey, focus on me. Don't go very far.
So you throw another Tanglefoot at it, but that just hits its carapace and does not manage to slow it down. That did not connect. So did you just mean to move only 5 feet?
Oh, I'm going to. Will you be benevolent and let me back up a little bit farther?
Yeah, I mean, you as long as you stay within 30 feet, because you did
10,
Tanglefoot.
15, 20. Okay, did I stay?
Yeah, you're
Well, you
good.
can't be in the square with another beetle.
You can go
am
one
I?
like in front of the door if you want.
Boop. There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
you're
that's fine. Okay, that was Ilana. Lorne.
Well, I want to play a distraction game. Hey, Grisfeld, you remember how much you said you hated me?
No.
Let's go for another round, baby.
No, you bastard.
Skeleton, go. I summon a skeleton. Basically, right in front of them. Right in front of the beetle there. Pretty much in... I did a spot there. Right there for you. So pretty much... Woo! Summon him right there. This is a normal skeleton. This is not a ghoul. This is like 2 HP. Just
Where are
fodder.
you putting it?
Bottom left corner of that thing. Yeah, right there. Right.
Grisfeld
Give it a go.
appears
Distraction, Grisfeld.
And it's like, oh, son of a... All right.
Son of a... Here comes a swipe. Whoosh. Just hit it or make it mad at you or something.
He's like, I doubt that'll be very hard. He's gonna swipe at it with the claw. That misses.
No,
He'll try
yeah.
again.
Yeah, he can't get any of it. Some of my skeletons doesn't come out with like a sword or anything, right? He's just like, I just have hands.
No, he's just got a claw.
I got it.
He doesn't come with gear.
That'd be nice. That'd be cool though.
No, that's a more advanced version, I guess. All right, so Grisfell appears and he's like,
Just trying in vain.
Shensen.
All right, I got this grub clutched to my chest, and I'm just gotta grub, and I'm running all the way as fast as I can, all the way over here.
All right, you go bolting up through the open gate and begin making your way out of here as quickly as possible with the grub. And
Get
it's
across
just
the
like
bridge.
it's like squirming and squiggling in your grasp. Can you give me a acrobatics check? Just to keep hold of it nice and tight. Don't critically fail it.
You have 2 coins left. 2 hero
I'm
points.
going to spend one of my 2 coins to re-roll that roll.
And it's worse.
That's great.
Oh no. Oh,
Can I
no.
help?
Right.
Can I help with? Well, no, I can't. I can't. Do that.
So, you go running up there, but you drop the grub. It is slippery, slimy, and gross. And move yourself past Ilana there, just a hair, one square south. No, from where you were.
Right
So
here.
the grub lands right there.
right.
And you are right there when you are able to skid to a stop.
Oh,
So that was you've moved like one of your actions, so you can go back and pick it up, but you'll be stopped there.
I am going to. Yeah, I'll go pick it up.
Okay.
I can get it. I'm heading this way.
Well,
Roark, pick up the
I
bumble.
moved there and I pick it up, and so that means I've got it out ready for somebody to grab. I got worms.
There, we've even got a token, so we know who has the football.
Yeah.
All right. So Shensen has the grub. Roark.
Okay. I guess I'll move past Shensen for one action.
Yes.
Grab the grub
Okay.
and make my way out the front door. Let's say.
So you are able to make your way out, and you now have the grub. There we go. So you run there, grab the grub from Shensen, and go bolting out the door. All right. The door is, however, open because you did not have the capability to close it. The kobolds are like, ah, as this Titan beetle looks angrily at everyone.
Get to the edge of the bridge there.
Yes, kobold right by us. Close it. And open it.
So there's people inside still.
Yes, but the
inside.
kobolds all go at the very end, and this is the very beginning of the round. The Titan beetle goes. I'm going to give it another perception check to notice the grub that has gone missing.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. So it is now angry that a grub has been stolen, and it is going to trample. So that is, it's going to trample all the way to up here.
Oh.
And in doing so, it's going to trample Shensen and Ilana. The way this works, let me grab the trample rules.
Do we got a reflex?
This was always a ridiculously high roll in first edition, just because of all the ways that things that trample are big and they have flat feet.
Book.
So, this is a basic save against the trample damage. So both of you can make me reflex saves. It's really simple now.
Grisfeld will need to make one as well.
A 27.
Yeah, you got a natural 20 on that one, so you critically succeed.
I just got a 19.
All right, so Shensen is going to fail, Grisfeld's going to fail, and Ilana has a crit success. All
I'm
right.
small. It ran right over the top of me.
Okay, so let's see here. Are you not going to let me edit that? Okay.
Grisfeld, look at... Oh.
So it's 13 damage to both Grisfeld, who pops again.
Nice.
He's standing there and he's like, and it just barrels over him, and you see it like crunch his ribcage.
Yeah,
he just pops.
Oh.
Those bones just explode.
And then it tramples right over you, Shensen. You take the 13 points of damage as you get stepped on.
Ow!
And Ilana, you managed to dodge deftly out of the way. So go ahead and move yourself to an adjacent square as you get out of the way. And it has moved up to that location, but that is all three of its actions. I'll do this quickly. Ilana, are you doing anything other than fleeing?
No, I think it's just time to go.
Lorne?
Yeah, I'm just gonna run. I'm safe where I am, right?
Maybe if it gets another turn, it might be able to reach through the open door with its mandibles, but...
Wait.
Just
Do
kind
I
of
have
get
to
over
acrobatics
there.
to get through it, to get through the open gate?
And I will summon Grisfeld once more to get to the door. And we're like, Grisfeld, open the door! Wait, no, I can't. I move. I do mage hand. I use my hand thing to open the door.
You can either try to acrobatics through it, or you can athletics to try and climb the bars.
Or I could turn into a small bird and fly.
Yeah, you totally could.
Oh, great. Then we're going to go, would that be animal or pest form?
Pest form will be fine.
Marvelous. Then I
Because
am going to do...
you can't even, you don't even necessarily need to be able to fly. You can just walk through the gate. The bars are thin enough.
The thing is between me and the gate, so...
Yeah, but you could go around it.
Marvelous. I'm just going to turn into a little sparrow, and we fly right over.
You can probably go farther. Yeah, check your movement, because just getting to a destination, you can always use your full movement and stuff on. So because each of your actions, you can go your full movement. So if it takes you 2 actions to do that, and if you get any
but I'm
additional
staying
speed,
between it and Roark.
Yeah.
I want to stay between it and Roark to keep.
You can easily get past it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Shensen.
I'm gonna be doing the acrobatics gambit.
Okay.
With a 20.
Just barely.
Yeah. And I keep running.
All right. Well, everybody manages to get past it, and as you do so, the kobold slams the door shut. And the beetle hisses, clacks at the bars, but is ultimately powerless against its impenetrable iron might. And the rest of you are huddling now together with your newfound grub friend. And
it's cute.
Grollo comes over and looks down at it and is like, "Oh, Lorne, I think it has your eyes." And that is where we are ending today's session.
I punched Grollo.
And no one actually fell unconscious in this session. Wow, it's
Yay!
a first.
Unlike Grollo. Staff attack.
So we're agreeing we're calling it Lilo for little Lorne, right?
Oh, you're whacking poor Grollo. Oh, I thought we were friends.
Yeah,
all right.
Friends don't insult friends.
All right, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Before we get going here today, 2 things. First of all, actually 3 things. First of all, if anyone wants to do some grub fan art, I am here for you. I am interested in good old Lorne holding his new grub friend. Second, we are going to be taking next Friday off. The team could use a bit of a break, so we are going to be off next Friday. That would be the 28th. There will be no stream, but we will be back on September 4th. So I hope you join us for that. And before we go, I'm going to toss it around and let everybody tell you where they can find you. We'll start with you, James.
Hi, I'm James Jacobs, creative director for Pathfinder. I played Shensen. You can ask me whatever kind of questions you want over on the Paizo message boards.
Beetle Revolution, free the Beatles. I'm Maryssa Marie. I play Paizo's web content manager, and I play Ilana Thistlefoot, your halfling druid. And you can find me on all the social media and the message boards at Maryssa Marie, MarySssamari.
So that was pretty good. Hi, I'm Jason Keeley, Starfinder developer. You can find me on Twitter at Herzwesen, HerzWesten, and in about 30 minutes on the No Direction Twitch stream, playing a different game.
And I am Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer here at Paizo. You can find me everywhere called Zoran the Bear. Just Google it up and you'll find everything. And thank you, everyone. Thank you all the players for being here today. You guys did awesome. And thank you again, Jason, for your excellent game mastering might.
Oh, I do what I can. I'll have to kill you all more next time. Everybody, I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm your host and GM for this session. You can find me on all the social media platforms at /Jason Bulmahn. That's JASON BULMAHN. The tiles, yada yada, available on Roll20 and on Drive-Thru if you're game. I think that's about all I got for this week, folks. We will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you all for tuning in to watch. We really do enjoy this show and hope you are enjoying it too. Tell your friends, and we will see you all next time. Bye bye.
So long. Farewell.
Bye.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.